with Phil stumping drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as Charles Benignan doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His support is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most things up across the board, we charge the ward because his code can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. He's not burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if Andrew Fanner's chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Clawless Cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits done well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. 3 streams nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end.
What is up, everyone?
Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome back to DSP Bingo for what is today, Tuesday, 11th of November 2025, and I hope you're enjoying your day. Indeed, of course, today is a special day in like the UK, also to remember the fallen 11th day, 11th month, you know, from the wars before. So yeah, 11th November. I don't think it's something that's really acknowledged much in America, you know what I mean? So I don't expect too much of a mention from Phil or whatever. But yeah, in the UK anyway, the 11th of November has always been a day of like remembrance, you know. So, but regardless, so I do hope you know you're having a good day indeed, and all that jazz. And yeah, Phil Burnell, no sign of a bad man yet. Although it's what can I say? Him last night behaving the way he was behaving compelled me to make a video. I actually made a video on Phil today because of his antics from last night playing Truck Sim. And I might give you guys, like, you know, I might show you guys exactly what Phil said, just, you know, give you an abridged version of what, you know, went on. But basically, Asmongold basically reminded himself how much of a scummy piece of shit Phil was, you know, by looking at, you know, recent and older clips of Phil being, you know, just a dumb bastard or a toxic bastard or whatever. And someone mentioned this to Phil, and Phil basically just said he didn't care about spending 10 minutes not caring. So, yeah, I'll show you guys a couple of examples of that very soon. But yeah, Asmongold, so like people picked up on it first from the stream, but he then uploaded the clip itself, what he was doing, what he was doing. He uploaded it to his own channel, Asmongold, and within 3 hours, sorry, it got 90,000 views in an hour, which is more than every DSP game and upload together back to October 22nd, if you include the Ling stream, which got 17,000 views. If you don't include that, you're back to mid-September. Well, that shit popped off, to say the fucking least, you know what I mean? Like, that took a lot. Oh, and actually, you know, look at this. 2 hours ago, it went up to 187,000. Jesus Christ, man. 187,000. Hold on. Actually, we need an update. We need an update in this shit. I mean, fuck it. Hold on. Asmongold. We need an update in this shit. So hold on. Let's see if I can just get a fresh YouTube window. Asmongold TV. We need to see just fucking 330,000 views from 6 hours ago. Holy fucking shit. You know, holy shit. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, this is just basically Asmongold uploading how he was reacting to just classic Phil shit from way back in the fucking day. I might actually have
over on Kick. We've got.
So I'm going to have a screen load up. You guys, if you've not seen it yet, we can watch it together. You know what I mean? So yeah, fuck it. But geez, so many views. Phil wishes he can get those kind of views. Anyway, a couple more little tweets to go through first. Meow Block made this, and I thought it was pretty good. I have this cool new shirt, but I don't know how to show it off. He's like, I've got an idea, and he just fucking climbs in his chair awkwardly, you know, just to show the back. It was some weird shit, you know. Yeah, wow, great short, Phil. You know, that was a fucking great investment of $170 odd, whatever the fuck it was. God almighty, but yeah, good little cartoon there from Meowblock. I guess I've need. Game of Face Gaming also made this in response to YouTube. YouTube can made this thing for Ninja. 14 years in and still leading Ninja Nation like a legend, you know. And he got a number of the views, he's playing since 2011, he's in the USA. And so, yeah, Game of Face Gaming made his own version, you know. 18 years, big in on YouTube. Dark Side Phil, 157 watching now. It is basically, I think, from Phil's stream last night, you know, as well. So these numbers and metrics, you know. Highest viewers 402, average viewers 201. What about it? Subscriber rank 384,539th. He's got a downward trend of his his worldwide viewing rank. 625 million plus views. Been playing since 2007. Oh, hell, I know what you say. And of course, the little tiny hat on there saying not a Muppet. But yeah, it was a good little thing made by Game of Face Gaming there. There's one more thing. AI has decided to recreate what happened about the stolen car tire.
Phil, to the mall quick. I ran into a curb.
Catherine, I am busy. What do you need? There probably is a detractor here watching. So let's just say your tire was stolen and lie to the police. That way we won't get made fun of.
There you go. That's the whole thing. That's the lore. That's it. That's exactly how it happened. That's exactly how it happens, apparently. Which is probably not too far from the fucking truth, to be honest. You know what I mean? Just, I don't see any. I mean, it's the most accurate version of the story I've seen so far, anyway. There you fucking go. Like, what the fuck, man? Unbelievable shit that was. Anyway, is the bad man awake yet? Has he even live? He's the bad man's like, I get. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to show you first of all what Asmongold did. Okay, Asmongold did this last night. He basically just, for whatever reason, felt compelled to react to Phil things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what compelled him to do it, but he just started to.
Over on Kick, we've got one person who supported all night, your future stepdad, and it was one sub. So from now on,
one sub. Future Kicks question mark, or sorry, Top Kicks question mark. So nobody gave him any bits at all.
I'm going to be very abundantly clear with all of you on Kick. Don't ever ask anything of me ever again.
Damn.
Don't ask for me to add you messages, new emotes, pop-ups, nothing.
What?
Because until people on Kick actually support the content, you get nothing.
You letting them know.
The YouTube side, you guys have been incredibly supportive and nice people.
Tell them right now.
But the Kick side just sits here whining, bitching,
yeah, but getting free content. Ain't nothing for free.
Complaining about things, wanting more, and doesn't support.
Yep.
So you get nothing. Okay?
That's right.
Unless we get 50 subs by the end of
tonight. Unless I get 50 subs right now, I hate you.
Right, now it will be 49.
Yeah.
You're never getting text messages in your moral support ever again.
You're never getting text messages or moral support ever.
So, you got an hour left. Get to it. Or shut the fuck up forever. We're not going to listen to your bitching anymore. A lot of whiny people, demanding people who don't reciprocate.
This is a very recent clip from Phil. This is like a clip from literal days ago, I think it was, you know what I mean? He decided to fucking do this, you know what I mean? I said, you know, activist, whatever, and Asmongold, whatever, you know, stumbled across it just to fucking look at it. And it sends Asmongold down some sort of nostalgia rabbit hole of classic DSP toxic begging moments after this.
Okay. All right.
Okay, anyway, yeah, going back. So what I think is so funny about this is that
some rallying, all right? So we got to get some subs, some super chats, some kicks, some memberships, and some tips. And we need all those to start coming in right now.
Right now. Do it right now. Hey, you, I want you to give me money. That's right, guys. And then, oh, here's another one. Let's see. Is there another one? Oh, wait a minute. Is this it?
When I started as a YouTuber 17 years ago, and I was just doing this as a hobby and having fun. Future, please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want.
A generational roach, man. This is from over 10 years ago.
So, you know, anything that you can give back is much
2009.
appreciated. I also do have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Dark Side Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what, you know, email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com. I
Send a donation to my Hotmail account.
I've gotten many donations, and as I
Yes.
said before, if you send me a
I mean, I don't think Asmongold's aware that Phil still uses Hotmail to this day. Like, the main method of contacting Phil Burnell is still darksidephil@hotmail.com. You know, that's his official business email still. But yeah, I'm not one to fucking talk. I still fucking have an old Hotmail address as well. Like, I've got other emails as well. You know what I mean? Like, I've got a Gmail as well. Not sure, you know, kingjadvcmp@gmail.com. But I've got like old historical email addresses that date back to fucking Hotmail as well.
donation of, you know, $10, $15, $20 or
There
more,
it is.
I'll mention your name in a video because I do appreciate that.
If you
So,
get, if
thanks
I'll
a
read
lot.
your name.
Future.
Wow. So he's just going in on this.
4. Right now, we are at like $10 of support. Not even. We're at $7 of support. For
That's it?
$7.
$7?
Geez, here you go. There's $7.
What?
An
Wait,
empty,
what?
devoid Seattle. That's what you get. For $7 of support. I've been streaming for an hour.
So he's only made $7 in an hour.
Awful.
Awful. Wow.
He really trying to get laid tonight. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on. Come on, babe.
Come on, guys.
Come on, babe. I'm almost there, babe. Come on.
Enjoy the last match, and then I'm literally going to say goodnight, and I'm going to sign off. Because I think what happens is people think that they're messing around, and they wait till the absolute last.
Marijuana is. You can tell this is gonna be good.
I can't stick around and do late
No way.
stuff. This is it. This is my last match of the night right now. That's it.
I'm already ready to hear this again.
Right now, we're not doing a marathon tomorrow.
Jesus.
Another day and another day till we hit a goal. It's a frustrating.
It's a goal. Okay, so he's complaining about money
That's what
again.
it is.
Aye, he sounds so surprised, Asmongold. Welcome to the party, pal. That's always a fucking situation these days. I just love, these are literally just like, you know, classic clips. He's getting back in all these little classic clips, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know what compelled him to go down the rabbit hole of it, you know what I mean? But aye, it's just, he just decided to, you know, fuck it, aye. Let's just fucking remind ourselves of how much of a toxic, scummy piece of shit beggar this fucking cunt is.
Yep, there it is. Let's see if I can find. DSP turns off the game and sits there begging. He's just silent.
Save
Oh,
us
God.
GTA 6 if you want someone to step up. You know.
This was recent. This act was recent. You know, this is within the last, like, I think a few months. Not years ago, but months ago.
What? There's no one better in life to step up and take control of a situation than you yourself. I want you to walk into your bathroom and look in the mirror, look at your own face, and say, I will take
There's no way you're about to give people a motivational speech to give you money. There's no way you're fixing to do that.
control. And then you're going to walk back here and you're going to contribute. Yes.
Oh man. Of course.
It
The
gets worse.
salesman, yeah.
It
This has
gets
to be
worse.
extortion.
It gets much worse.
So this guy has been around since being around was around.
All right, guys. I guess not. This is it.
This is it.
We have
So
like
he's-
1 minute left. We
he's
have
gonna
to hit this
leave
goal now.
unless people-
I can't stick around.
He's gonna leave unless people give
It looks
him
like we're
money
not gonna
right
hit it.
now.
Sucks.
I'm getting ready to leave. If I don't get $50
sucks.
right now, if I don't leave right now, this is it. Yeah, I'm leaving. All right, let me see. Yeah, bye guys. I don't have any money.
Just updated it. Just updated my stupid camera software. It's saying it needs to be updated. I just updated it this morning. Okay. I got 2 tips.
Okay,
One is for
wait.
a penny from a troll. I got a $3 tip.
Oh, wow.
It's just it says let's do this. That's all it says. Let's do this.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for $3. All right,
Thanks.
so now with that,
Yeah?
we're 125. We are literally 25 bucks away. This is it. This
It gets
is
worse.
it.
It gets worse.
25 bucks to hit the goal and continue blueprints. Come on.
Come on,
All right.
guys.
I'm going to go
Come on.
for 30 more seconds. Let me get a timer. Here, we'll do a
Jesus.
timer. Ready?
It's an auction?
We'll do a timer.
He's going to get it. He's
How
going
do
to
you
get
do
it
a timer
right
on my
now.
phone? I don't know.
This is it,
I don't know
guys.
how to
Come
do a
on.
timer.
Boomer alert.
Is this a timer?
He doesn't. You don't know how to do a timer on your phone. Okay. People are into this shit. People watch this.
All right,
yeah.
can we do it? Start.
So he said 30 seconds, but he doesn't know how to use a timer on his phone, so he could only work out how to do 60 seconds.
Okay, here we go. It's counting down right now. 56 seconds. 55. 54.
Oh my
53,
God.
52.
He's counting
51,
down the-
50. 49.
I warned you it got worse. If you, I mean, some people might have forgotten Phil did this months ago, but yes, this really happened towards the end of, like, you know, I think it was a day stream, so I can't mind which stream it was. But yeah, he was desperate. He was desperate to hit a goal. It was still like $25 away, and he just demanded $25 for a minute, just for the sake of hitting a goal.
Till
48.
No.
47.
No.
46.
Guys.
45. 44.
God, this doesn't- it
43.
doesn't have to be like
42.
this.
41.
You don't need to do
40.
this.
39. This is
Stop.
tiring. 37. 36.
This is tiring, he says. The fucking, you know, oh, I've never been more fit before in my life is tired from counting down. It tires him out. You know, physically and mentally counting down from a fucking minute.
35. 25. 25 bucks. 32. 31. 30 seconds left. 29. 28. 27.
He's not
26,
making any money.
25. 24. 3. 2. 21. 20. 19. 18. Yeah. Okay, 20 bucks to go. 20 bucks to go.
Somebody gave
14,
$5. Somebody gifted $5.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. We didn't do it. We
Okay.
didn't do it.
It's over.
No.
Nobody gave you any money. Nobody gave you money. Wow.
We didn't do it. Based Alpha Real did gift a sub.
Oh, this is back in June. So yeah, it was back in June. Almost half a year ago. Still this year. After the Kino Snake and crap happened, it was only back in June, but this is in June of this year.
And that got us to 130.
That wasn't
But
enough.
that's it. We ran out of time.
Yep.
Wait, 2 tips just came in. 2 tips just came in. One for $2.
And you know, he's laughing at it. He says, bro, you're only going to give me $2?
A $2 tip.
He's making fun
Only
of him.
Iced Infinite. $2.
Oh,
So
God.
now we're at 132, and then a $2 tip. Another one. What is the $2?
What's with this $2, guys?
Open your wallets, this person says, for $2. Open your
Oh, my
wallet.
God.
Guys, we're at 134. We didn't do it. Can you believe it?
So, there are just so many of these, aren't there?
With
So he goes down the rabbit hole, just you know, he's looking at random clips, basically, you know what I mean, just to fucking remind himself how much of a piece of shit Phil is. And he felt compelled to, like, you know, I mean, there's several clips he kind of sees and watches whatever and reacts to, you know what I mean, like following the guy off a cliff and like Dark Souls, whatever it was, or Elden Ring. Not sure which game it was. And the lock picking as well, he laughed at the lock picking as well. But he wanted to, like, he went and searched specifically for the clip where he's playing Zelda. He wanted to watch this because it was one of his favorites.
My fucking God. This is insane. Now, I have one more, okay? The classic.
What are these? A bunch of little balls?
That's a lot of balls. What are we doing with these balls?
Gonna scoop them?
Can we grab them? Yes, we can.
Are we making like a
There's... Huh?
like a excavator?
Are we just putting all the balls in here or something? Once again, I'm just supposed to magically know what we're doing, even though the game has absolutely no explanation for anything.
I see, I see.
I can't grab the platform.
Uh-huh. So she puts it on, yeah.
Is it a pressure plate? Right? If I put all the balls in here, does it weigh it down enough that that opens the door? I mean, that's a lot of tedious work. Why would we do it that way?
Gold.
Right? What is the puzzle here? Why do we even need this thing?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the record, I have no idea if this is what we're supposed
What
to
is
be
he doing?
I guess all of them need to be in there, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna put all of them in there anyways.
What is this?
You probably just grab them one by one, huh?
Is there even a point to this, like, besides weight? Right? I don't know.
That would be lame. That's not the point.
What is he doing?
Huh?
Huh?
What? I didn't do anything.
Your work here is finished.
Wow.
I don't have OCD.
What a game.
Now you just want to get them all in there.
Clip that one, you sons of bitches. Wow, that was a really ingeniously thought out puzzle, wasn't it? That was one that I definitely needed to use all of my facilities and all of my IQ to figure this one out.
Yeah.
The one that it literally solved it fucking self. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, those geniuses at Nintendo, man. What do they think of next?
Oh, God. Oh, man. Some of these are really just, let's just say they're special.
Yeah, so basically that's what Asmongold was doing for the, you know, pretty much all. This is his Phil segment from when Asmongold streamed the other night, and yeah, all that was just to, you know, laugh at Phil, make fun of Phil. Oh, Phil's awake, it seems, today for that. Let me show you how Phil responded, okay? Let me show you how Phil responded to being told that Asmongold was making fun of him. So this is from last night.
That person and that.
So I think we need to go back to about here. I think it's it starts around about here, I believe. Hold on 2 seconds. I think it's over here. Yeah. So Dark Chaos 18 says to Phil in Phil's chat in YouTube, thoughts on Asmongold's criticism about you he did earlier today. That's what was said there, and so Phil responds in the following way.
Dark Ows, whatever your name is, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, says, what do you have to say about Asmongold's criticisms of you earlier today? I don't know anything about them. I don't watch Asmongold. I don't know what he said. To be honest, I don't particularly care. Earlier today, we were playing Pokemon, and we were just chatting and chilling while I was playing Pokemon. I have no clue what he could have criticized.
So also, I reacted to this earlier on, made a video about it and kept pausing and ranting, but I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to let this play out in its entirety, okay? Raw, unfiltered, unranty me. If you want to hear me rant and rave about this, I made a video earlier on about it, you know what I mean? But here it is in its full context without me interrupting it.
The stream was actually incredibly well supported. I wasn't even asking for contributions or anything because it was so well supported. So I have no idea what he could criticize, nor do I give a shit. Honestly, you know, he can say whatever he wants. Good, more power to him. He's definitely one of those guys that reacts all the time to content. So, I don't know. Like, here's the question. Was he watching my content and reacting to it, or was he watching detractor content? Because if he's watching detractor content, he's not watching my content. He's watching one-sided, skewed, very focused on negative content that's not representative of me. Bruh. Case in point. Right now, okay, I can watch Wings of Redemption's detractors, and I can watch some of what he does raw, and you can see a little bit of a difference between it, okay? When you just watch his detractor content, no exaggeration, they only show him dying a bunch of times playing Battlefield and raging every time. In reality, that's not what happens. He dies, but he doesn't always rage. He only rages at times when he gets like surprised, he's genuinely shocked, and he died in that way. It's not every death, but of course the detractor content makes it look like that. And the detractor content will take focused moments of things that happen over a 2, 3, 4 hour stream and only show the ones that maybe twisted as negative. Sometimes it's out of context and only shows half a conversation. So, knowing what they do to him, you can only assume it's probably exactly what they do to me. Whatever. The way I see detractor content, it's a way to at least get a quick, digestible idea of how the public is perceiving someone at any given time and what they're criticizing you for. With Wings right now, they're criticizing him because basically he's not on Wildcard Live anymore. He keeps insisting he's not going to go back. but his streams aren't doing very well. His streams are making anywhere between $40 to $100 each, and that's it. And he's complaining he's not making a lot of money. And everyone's like, you're gonna go back, you're gonna go back. It's like, well, I don't want to, right? So that's one of the things. And of course, him eating on the streams constantly, rubbing his face constantly. There's a few things that they got him for, that's what they have issue with him, okay? And of course, I guess a lot of people also say that he lies about a lot of stuff. Like, it's been established that things have happened, and then he later on will try to say it in another way that, oh, it didn't happen that way, and then hope that people forgot or something. Again, I don't know, because I don't know a lot about the guy, so I can't confirm or deny that, but that seems to be a running shtick of the detractor content for him. So here's the thing. Knowing how that is with him, I can only imagine the stuff that's said about me. There's probably things that are brought up constantly that are from the past that don't apply to today anymore. There's probably things that are taken completely out of context. Here's an example. Yesterday, on the first stream, I was in a bad mood. I will openly admit to all of you, for whatever reason, I was in a bad mood, okay? So I kind of got argumentative with the audience. I kind of, at the end of a stream, I was banning people. I was being stupid. Between streams, okay, I had a change of heart. I said, you know what? I got to stop being a grumpy old man. I got to be more open, be more nice to the audience that's here with me every day. So I went back, I unbanned some people. I actually added the ability to do the text and moral support messages. And I started being nice again. And then people actually appreciated that on stream, and we had a really good night. When originally I felt like we were going to probably have a really bad night unless I changed my bad attitude. So I did change my attitude, and we had a really good night last night, right? Now, how many detractors made that content and explained that thoroughly and actually outlined it how it really happened? I'm sure every video, correct? Every video made about me said that, right? There you go. So, yeah, that's what I mean. So when you're only watching the detractors, you're only going to get half the story. I'm sure that Admin Gold reacted to a toxic story about me. I don't care. Let him react as much as he wants. If ever he wants to actually come watch my real content, not the detractor content, he's welcome. I don't think he ever will, because the thing is, it's not digestible. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not digestible content. This is a 2-hour hangout session with my audience. He's not going to sit here and watch that. He wants to just see the clips, the snippets. So he's only going to see the bad things. That's what people clip and make snippets of. So there you go. See, I'm aware of that. That's why when I watch the wing stuff, I'm like, okay, I got to take everything I see here with a grain of salt. I got to understand this is not representative of the full story. This is one side. Now, some of it may be true, some of it might not be true, but I know that. I go through it. So I know all about it. Admin Gold probably just watching it and just reacting honestly to detractor shit and negative things said. I'm not going to hold it against it, but at the same time, I do feel like there's a ton of these react YouTubers that are way bigger than the people who they react to. And they don't understand that when they react, that has negative consequences for the person that they're reacting to. That there might be people who maybe would check out that content, but now they won't because you saw a detractor video that says they're an asshole, or portrays them as an asshole. Now people think they're an asshole. Is that fair? Did you actually go watch the real content? So maybe you need to have air of responsibility. Maybe you should actually be watching some of the real stuff to see what it's representative of. If Admin Gold was watching this stream right now, do you think that he'd be like, oh wow, what an asshole? Probably not. But yesterday, if he saw me in a bad mood out of context on one particular stream, he probably would say, wow, that guy's an asshole. And rightly so. But that's not the big picture. I don't know. That's why I'm not into the full-on reacting to people. I'm just not. Like I said, like every once in a while I'll react to stuff, but I don't just want to be someone who's reacting and judging people. Like I'm some holier than thou person. I'm so much better than you. I'm no better than you. I'm going to judge you on everything you're doing because I know how people treat me. Thermic Venry, Admin Gold does not respond to requests for anything. Like I would say it was probably a year or 2 years ago. I reached out to him when I heard he was talking about me and my content, and I tried to get an answer from him. He just never responded to a DM or nothing. He didn't care. So I don't think he's ever going to respond. So that's the other thing too. These people who are bigger than you, they'll react to you. But then if you try to respond to what they said, or even try to get their attention, they ignore you. You know, it's very easy for someone like Moist Critical to call me out in his videos. But then I'm like, well, just have a conversation with me instead of talking shit. Why not have a conversation with me to understand me better? And maybe if you have a conversation with me and then you think I'm an asshole, great. But at least have the conversation. Oh no, I don't do interviews. I don't do conversations. That's the response I get. Well then, don't talk to shit. If you're going to talk to shit, now you are invested in that person and that content because you said negative things about them. Your audience thinks negatively about them. Now you got to give them the time, or else don't do it, or it's irresponsible. Just saying. But you know that's how they all are. We'll react as much as we want because it's all fair game. It's allowed on YouTube. Yeah, but now you've hurt someone's reputation. Is it really fair, or should you actually give them the chance to respond? And that's the thing. You'll never see it. Now I'm responding. Admin Gold will never get this response because all he'll see is detractor content. Will the detractors take this response fully and unedited? No. He'll edit it to make me look like an asshole, and that's what he'll see next. So you see the vicious cycle. This is why I don't care. This is why I don't care what Admin Gold says, what Moist Critical says, what anyone says. I don't give a shit. I do my own thing. I'm happy. We have a good time together. That's what matters. I'm successful. It's all good. Don't need to worry about what these other people are constantly saying about me. To be frank, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't. I'm good.
I love how even the driver in this game was getting bored and tired of Phil's coping rants there. Oh, Phil's gone live. Oh, shit. Jesus, man. I just thought we got to check in, and the bad man's going live, and that's a preview of what he's like today. There you go. In case you're wondering what Phil's drip was like today, that's him today, so there you go. God almighty. So that was Phil reacting to hearing what about Admin Gold making fun of him. Now, he didn't actually know what Admin Gold was saying or reacting to. He was assuming a whole lot of things, and he was also trying to claim he didn't care about it, while ranting and raving and coping about it. You know, it was a very strange situation indeed. But maybe in between last night's stream ending and today's stream starting, he might have actually looked into what Admin Gold actually did and maybe he's got more to say about it. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But that was how Phil reacted to being told Aspen Gold was making fun of the bad man. So there we go. I mean, before we go live properly, I mean, we could watch a Snort Vanilla compilation. Snort Vanilla's mini compilation from yesterday. The goal failed by $1 apparently. No balls, Burnell. The couple have already forgiven each other. I guess this is in relation to him forgiving 220, who is still alive and kicking in Phil's kick chat, by the way. Phil said he was going to ban him, but I guess money talks. What a surprise. Phil ignored his moral compass just to say, okay, you may stay because you gave me money.
Phil has the pignosis. He mind and brainwashes his viewers into contributing. Make a contribution tonight. Here we go. You ready? Woo! Woo! Okay, I'm indoctrinated. Sounds good. And it's the power of cultish groupthink mentality. I'm a cult leader. I think the pignosis works. Tonight, I enabled text-based or emote-based moral support messages as long as you're using 500 channel points or more. So those are now enabled. All right? Now I don't want to hear about it ever again. They're already on. Leave me alone. I'm going to stream. Be there. Use your moral support to your heart's content. Now stop bothering me. I'm an old man. I want to play my games, all right?
Old bastard!
Okay. All right, 220, no hard feelings then. Sounds good to me. I don't want to make the stream into drama tonight. I just want to enjoy survival horror, so it sounds good to me. All right. Holy puss.
Guys, can we get some more support? Let's hit 100. We're about to split the part in not even 5 minutes. Can we get some support and hit to 100 by the time that we finish this first part for tonight? Let's go. Let's get some super chats. Let's get a tip. Let's get a membership. I just realized we've had pretty much no YouTube support besides one early on. Can we get some YouTube side support tonight? That would be nice.
But the best way right now to help me would be by tipping me, and I really need the help right now because I have nothing. Zero. No money in the bank account. Okay?
This is incredibly stupid. What do they want me to do? I can't pressurize the harpoon, you piece of shit. There's nothing I can do. I'm wasting all my healing and nothing has any effect on this guy. It's not working. Dude, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. The fight's awful. I hit him with all these bullets. It's not working. This is a waste of my fucking time and ammo. I'm gonna come out of this with nothing. I have no ammo left to even fight him. What do they want me to do? This is incredibly fucking stupid. I lined him up and the fucking harpoon doesn't work. I have no ammo. I can't even shoot him anymore. I have no ammo for any gun.
I don't know what to do. I give up. I seriously am about to just give up and stop playing. And look it up online what you're supposed to do because it's a puzzle. What's the point? All right. I'm done. Until someone actually tells me how to beat it, I'm just going to sit here with my hands folded.
I can't. Don't let me. Apparently only one of the harpoons ever worked, which makes no sense.
Come on, Phil. Sure you can't pick this up now?
That's it. I have no more ammo, so I can't knock him down to stun him again. Now he died. With 0 ammo, the game killed him.
Nico belli! Nico Bellic tonight, the $50 super chat. Why am
Again.
I talking like this? I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature.
So Nico Bellic appears to be just wailing out in Phil between $20 and $50 every stream. Not every night or every day, but every stream. So that's a whole lot of money for one person to be dropping on Phil on every single stream. Quite. So I'm not sure what I'm sure they probably had some former name, some sort of alias, but yeah. I don't think it's a new whale. I can only imagine it's a whale or a soccer account of sorts, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's quite funny how the one person gets to fucking save the day over and over again. It's like, it's familiar territory, you know. If you're a seasoned detractor, you can recognise this kind of pattern, you know. But one person feels like they're a saviour of Phil streams because they're the one that's dropping the big dono to make sure Phil hits his goal.
He just throws money around. What the hell was that? So tomorrow is an all chill day. All right, here's why. We start off tomorrow.
Who fucking cares?
No podcast, but instead we're gonna go right into Pokemon.
Well, this is obviously from 2 nights ago. This is Sunday night going into Monday, and also it transitions into Monday where he's saying if it changes or whatever, you know. So yeah, there you go.
I'd kick streaming, co-streaming for a year. You know, financially, I do make some good extra money on Kick. Absolutely. I wouldn't co-stream if that weren't the case. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, because someone just said, the blimp just said, well, we're not all trolls over here. I understand that. Totally, I understand that. I know that there are actual fans and viewers and supporters on Kick. The thing is, just not as many as YouTube. There's probably, in general, on an average day, I get, 80 viewers on Kick, something like that? Probably out of the 80 viewers, 20 to 30 are legit supporters, and like 50 plus are trolls. I know that. Why do you think that we have a small amount of people who actually support me on Kick? And you know who you are. Regulars, but also people who just drop by every once in a while and will drop a few subs or drop some kicks. There's not a ton of them. But the viewership I get on Kick being in the partner program and the few people who do support the streams, it's enough to offset the fact that there's a toxic element there. Again, there has to be some semblance of order. It can't just be chaos and people doing whatever they want and hurting each other and stuff like that. But I think you get it, right? Like, there's a place for both. Old school Phil would have been like, how dare you ever say anything negative about me, and would have been slamming that chat and shutting it down and constantly moderating. And if you've noticed, I don't really do that. Bruh. I don't. You know, I think that it's good to have the separation of the two audiences. That's okay. There's more of the people who like me and watch me for that. That's the YouTube audience. People who ironically watch me and make fun of me. That's the Kick audience. But it's still an audience.
Any exposure is good exposure, right? So good stuff there.
Yeah, look. Bullshit. I lost. Yep. I need one more hit. Why can't you heal in a gauntlet of 3 people? That's ridiculous. Too bad you couldn't stomach the full course. Come in sometime. Yeah, maybe next time, don't make me fight 3 people without healing. Like, that's ludicrous.
No, it's completely dead.
Isn't this game aimed towards children? Hey, Ramon Sanchez, how you doing?
It's been 4+ minutes. No one on YouTube is talking. Guys, you awake over there? What's going on? Tonight, on the late stream, it is our weekly stream of American Truck Simulator, which I always love. It's always a great time with lots of conversation. I have new alcoholic ciders to try this week. Zombie just did a $30 tip out of nowhere to end the stream. Guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to upload and eat dinner. I'll be back tonight. Immediately, as I sat down on the couch, I opened up my phone, all right? And I just went right to WWE Champion, my favorite pastime. And immediately, I took all the support that you guys gave me on that stream last night, and I just went on a pull frenzy. It was pull after pull after pull, and I just, boom, Hogan, oh, Macho Man, Hogan, Andre the Giant, Hogan. It was amazing. I had such fun last night blowing all of the stuff that I had raised on stream so frivolously, so carelessly, not a care in the world. And that's what I love, man. So I'm glad that you guys are supporting the Champions Run. It continues. So many Hogans, so little time. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions.
I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I love it, you know, God almighty, it's still the best outro. It's the best outro of any fucking, you know, there's no better outro than that. There is no better outro than that. Apart from maybe money, yeah, but other than that, there's no better outro out there. Anyway, it's time to start focusing on the bingo now. I think we've got Phil paused long enough, you know, to try and build up that speed up just and all that jazz. So let's just make sure he's on 1.5 speed. Let's just make sure the stream as well, quality-wise, is on 1080p. There we go, good stuff. So we're ready to basically get started with the show and all that jazz. But of course, obviously, before we begin, we need to actually generate a bingo card. And our marble race winner from yesterday, Marco Shaughnessy, wanted the number 1313. So let's generate that bingo card right now. Thanks to yesterday's marble winner, Marco Shaughnessy, who wanted 1313, which I believe is a Star Wars style reference of sorts, you know. So yeah, let's go 1313. There we go, generate the card, and here is today's bingo card we have for today's show. We need Phil to say and do the following for today's bingo. We need Phil to randomly applaud him standing up, him saying good news, him messing with his phone, and him saying life. The second row is Phil saying in fact. Example, him giving the prayer hands, him discussing drama, and him saying momentum. The third row is Phil flailing his arms, him saying admittedly, him being all gym douche mode, him saying nonsense and shocked. The fourth row is Phil being all clown mode, him discussing the weather, him saying interactive, him giving a turbo note, he goes no, and him saying addition. The fifth and final row is Phil saying right now. Him getting at least $50+ in support, him saying necessarily, allow me to explain, and finally, what I mean by that is. So that's today's bingo card we have for today's show. Now, of course, there's a variety of ways we can get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house bingo card. For example, for every 10 sips, snorts or burps that Phil does, we get a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds that Phil begs, we also get a free space. If Jade shows up and Phil says hi to Jade, we get a free space for that as well. For every 5 new or rejoining members we have to the bingo streams, we get a free space for that as well. And finally, of course, for every 25 likes we get on bingo, we get a free space for that too. And if we manage to get 100 likes on the bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, that will also unlock the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. So you guys are in full control of some of the ways that we can get free spaces, but the rest will be controlled by Phil, as well as his bizarre body functions and mannerisms. So there we go, good stuff indeed. There's a few more things to cover, of course, but I'm going to let AI Phil Burnell explain that all for us.
Well, hello there, AI Phil Burnell here in the digital flesh. Here to tell you about marbles on King Jad's Bingo Baddies stream. To add your name to be part of the marbles games, use the ! marbles in chat to see how easy it is to do it. And at the end of the month, a winner will be picked. It's just that easy, like wear a t-shirt under a Hawaiian shirt.
Thanks, AI Phil, you piece of fucking shit, for explaining that for us all to understand. Of course, as well as typing an ! marbles in the chat, you can also look at the description of his live stream, because a link to that community post is right there as well. If you've not yet secured your own marble by commenting on that community post, I encourage you to do it before the end of the month if you have a chance of winning a bingo prize, because at the end of the month we're going to have a marble race to determine who gets to win first, second and third place. First place gets $125, second place gets $50, and third place gets $25. As a new way I'm doing the prizes, not jazz. But yeah, and also I can only do the bingo prizes because you guys are so supportive and kind in the first place, you know what I mean? So it's my way of giving back to you guys for being such so supportive on the bingo streams, and I certainly do appreciate it. So it's my way of giving back to you. So I think I've covered all the bases. The only thing left to do really before we start playing bingo is for me to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more. And on that note, it is time for some bingo. Good luck everybody, because here we fucking go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's around the middle of the week, and that means it's time to return to the Level 1 podcast. On today's show, I want to talk about Black Friday because we've discussed this on and off, what we're going to do, and we haven't really decided yet. Well, time is flying. We're almost halfway into November. We still don't know what we're going to be doing for our next big special event. Let's try to hammer that out today, and at the very least have a general idea of what we'll be doing. But in addition, today's a more chilled day. I'm excited to continue with Outer Worlds 2 and get into the meat of it. Curious how much everyone else's mind. No real game news or anything today. More of a laid-back show, but that's okay. It's going to be a good one. So sit back and relax. It's time for a midweek edition of the Level 1 podcast.
And let's just fast forward past his shitey intro, shall we? There we go. And there we go. Good stuff indeed.
Alrighty, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the show. It is Tuesday, the 11th of November, 2025. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 podcast, returning after a day away yesterday so we could focus on Pokemon and make major progress in the game, which we did. It was great, and the playthrough continues, swimmingly. So today, we're back. There's only 2 more podcasts today and 1 coming up on Thursday. You might say, well, what's the reasoning there? Friday is the big new release of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and I want to heavily focus on that on release day. Therefore, I'm going to skip the podcast that day, and I said, well, let's try to space out the shows so that we can have one every other day. And again, I'm trying to make as much progress in Pokemon as possible, so I'm trying to time it so that the Pokemon stream days are the days when I'm not doing a podcast. So I hope that makes sense. As you know, I prefer doing the podcast when there's more going on, when there's a big topic at hand or some gaming news. It just kind of sucks right now, I'm not going to lie. The timing's a little off. Tomorrow, I guess there's going to be the release of the trailer for Super Mario Galaxy movie, as well as, I guess, some kind of a Sony Japanese direct event that's supposed to cover Japanese-centric Sony games. So, to be honest, it probably would have been a little better if I was doing a podcast tomorrow, but the timing is what it is. We will be doing another show on Thursday where I'll probably cover those topics. If, there's big stuff to react to, for example, this Mario movie trailer, I'll probably react to that on that show coming up, okay? So, with all of the game news seemingly coming later on in the week, the question is, what do we have to talk about today? Well, obviously, we could talk about all the playthroughs and things that I'm doing and where we are, but to be honest, there's not that much of an update since Sunday. Pokemon is continuing. We haven't gotten near the end yet, but we're getting there. We're making good progress every time we play it. Tormented Souls 2, we made some great progress. We're now in the 4th out of 6 major dungeon locations in the game, so we're more than halfway done with that. Mortal Kombat has been going good every time that we play it, but now I feel like we're getting to the point where either we have to play the odds and ends that are left, or we're going to have to start going back to other content. For example, maybe you want to see me go back to Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. I don't know. We're playing it tonight. Nope. It really is up to you guys what you want to see. The bummer about the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, they still didn't update it. It's been out for a week and a half. The online play is still busted. They didn't fix it. They're claiming there's going to be this online arcade update coming that's going to add features and make the online play more viable, but it's still in the works. So we're kind of stuck just doing offline content in this collection until they make the online play worthwhile. It's just not right now. So we're kind of, waiting. So we got, progress in each playthrough that I'm doing.
I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. I'm surprised that he's not mentioned Asmongold. I thought he would have brought up today or whatever. My thinking was that he was going to try and address some of the things that Asmongold said and try and throw some shade their way, saying, he's focusing on old clips from I Was Different Back Then. Some of the things he watched were from years ago, I'm surprised he wasn't also a bit offensive about it to try and fucking, to try and, fight back against the evil Asmongold punching down him, but it is what it is, I guess.
But to be honest, there's nothing major to really talk about. Today we're playing Outer Worlds 2. And I'm hoping that today we will have major progress and an update and something to talk about. Because when I played Outer Worlds 2 back on Sunday...
So Dashi saying Broside got 10 members. Now Dashi said this to me earlier on. So Dashi went and hopped into went and sent me a DM on Discord and said, so Brosideville was live. I think he's live now, still Brosideville, but he was live earlier on. And he said, Broside wants to give his member bombs to you. And I was like, that's nice of him. And so they count for bingo. So, yeah, I think Broside Phil took it upon himself to hope that the memberships he gets would count towards free spaces for bingo. And I guess, he didn't mention it to me, I didn't hear from him today, but yeah, but it seems like an okay idea, so fuck it, I'll count 2 free spaces, as Broside Phil was gifted 10 members today. I'll count that as 2 free spaces because Broside Phil's a good friend of the channel, so, and plus he's a big scary beefy bastard, and if I don't do what he says, he might fucking smash me on the head, one of his big massive, arms of his, so there you go. But thank you for letting me know, Dashi, it is much appreciated. And of course, as Sonny says as well, if we get 1 more like, that's not a free space, because for every 25 likes, we get a free space for the bingo board.
Sunday, the question was, would it be any good? So I played it for 2.5 hours on Sunday. And the answer that I have for you right now is I have no idea. Because the game had a 2-hour-long intro to introduce certain gameplay mechanics and story, but then the game fast forwards 10 years in the timeline, and then the game begins. I touched down on the first world. I played for like 15 minutes and we were out of time. So I really don't know if I like the game yet because we've barely played it. Today, I should get a big, meaty chunk into Outer Worlds 2. And everyone who's been coming by for the last 2 days asking, hey, is it any good? I should have a better answer today's stream. Sorry that I don't have a good answer for you now.
So the stream went a bit weird there, but that was nothing to do with my end. I think it was on Raw Phil's end or Phil's end.
For the last 2 days asking, hey, is it any good? I should have a better answer today's stream. Sorry that I don't have a good answer for you now because I don't feel like we got far enough in the game to really give any kind of a quantifiable response. So, someone said the stream died. No, it didn't. The stream is...
So it must have been on Phil's end then, because there was a strange little glitch there, you know what I mean? It must have been on Phil's end. And yes, we have a free space for 25 likes. Thank you very much, guys, for that indeed. 50 likes, we're going to have free space. So yeah, you guys all know we can get free spaces, with likes on the stream, as well as, memberships as well, and all that jazz, and Phil snorting and sipping and burping up a storm, and I'm begging. So yeah, there we go. Plus, if Jade shows up, we get a free space for that as well.
Good? Or did something happen on YouTube? It looks like it's working for me. Hopefully it's working for all of you. Looks like it's working for me. Okay? So, there you have it. So, there's been some drama on my Kick channel over the last week. Notably, the drama was that about a week and a half ago, I actually gave a new feature to the people on Kick. Allow me to explain. I need to give backstory because it's so convoluted and confusing. So allow me to explain. Months ago, okay, Kick instituted a new system by which when you watch someone's channel, you earn channel points. Can you use those channel points for anything? A few little things, but nothing major. So, for example, you can wager the channel points for, like, guessing, like, predictions, they call them. So let's say, for example, I don't know, I'm playing American Truck Sim. A moderator, like Dunsfelter, would put up a prediction saying, will Phil finish this job within the next 20 minutes? And then people would wager their channel points and either win or lose them depending on what actually happens and how they voted.
Who fucking cares?
In addition, there are highlighted messages on the Kick chat where if you can use your channel points you've accrued, you get a message that pops up that shows a certain color and is like a highlight on the screen, and you can have the ability to have text in there or use emotes, all right? So when these channel points launched months ago, I turned it on right away. I was like, oh, this is cool. Let's turn it on. This is similar to what we used to have over on over on Twitch. And I like that feature, right? I want to give more features to my viewers. Immediately, we find all these problems with the system, okay? The problem is trolls can basically accrue the points, do highlighted messages that are awful. They could do doxing, they could do racist, sexist things, bigoted things, insulting my family members, horrible things, right?
Only Phil's allowed to do that, remember. Only Phil's allowed to be racist and sexist and dox his viewers. How dare anyone else can do that on his fucking watch?
Okay, we'll ban the trolls. Oh, that doesn't solve it. They can still do the highlighted messages even when they're banned. So they can't chat, but they can send highlighted messages that everyone can see. So what's the point then, right? So immediately we saw this is a big problem because trolls started doing horrible things. And again, it's one thing if it's a stupid insult or whatever, but we were having people doing heinous things like doxing and stuff. You can't have that, okay? So I had to turn off the highlighted messages for like 2 months because of this, okay? So about a week and a half ago, people in Kick chat kept bugging me saying, hey, are you aware they fixed this loophole, this problem? I was like, no, I'm not aware that they fixed it, okay? So people just kept asking me for 2-3 days straight, will you turn them on? Will you turn them on? Will you turn them on? And finally I was like, all right, fine. I'll turn on the messages. Since you guys keep bugging me for it, I'll just do it. So I turned them on, and then sadly, it almost felt like a cause and effect. I turned on the text messages for moral support. That's what I call it, moral support. And when I did that, I'm not kidding, for 2 to 3 straight days, I got almost no support whatsoever via subs or kicks on Kick. And it was almost like a direct 1-to-1 ratio. I turned on a new feature to give something more to my viewers, and my viewers started, like, not supporting anymore. What happened? So I'll be honest, yes, I got upset, which I shouldn't have. And I apologize for that now. I shouldn't have been getting angry about that. Instead, I should have sat down and had a conversation with everyone about it. But what happens is there's a troll element. And everyone knows that my Kick chat, I just talked about this yesterday on stream, actually. There's a difference between my Kick chat and my YouTube chat. Allow me to explain. The YouTube streaming, I've been doing now since 2021. Okay? Daily. And the people who watch me on YouTube are my longtime viewers, my longtime supporters, people who've been with me for 17 plus years, who like my stuff. Or they're people who maybe are more recent newcomers, but they like the positive element of my streams. They actually like the content. They like me and my personality. They want to hang out. So the YouTube chat is a place to do that. It's more moderated. It's more... I don't want to say a place where you can kind of chill and have a good time. The Kick chat is freaking rowdy, all right? The Kick chat is literally, at all times, full of action. The chat moves way faster than the YouTube chat. People can use motion emotes and things in the Kick chat to keep it moving. We have the morals into the chat constantly. So the chat rate's higher, and people are way more energetic and boisterous. But hand in hand with that comes the trolling element. As you know, a year ago, I was introduced to Kick by Kino Casino. And as a result of working with them, they tried to convince me to do stuff on Kick, so I started, and I've been streaming on Kick and YouTube for a year now, right? So what's happened is since I cut off Kino Casino and I don't work with them anymore, the people who like them essentially have kept watching me exclusively on Kick. And
by the way, guys, I'm aware also Phil's stream. It's weird how Phil's stream looks right now because it seems to be jumping over the place visually, but I believe it's an issue on Phil's end. It's also Phil's stream. glitched out briefly, like a few minutes ago, and his own chat brought up, and yeah, it looks like Phil's still having problems with it, but the audio is fine, it seems. But visually, it seems to be a bit bugging out for whatever reason, so yeah.
They are definitely a trolling element, and I understand that. I explained this yesterday, but I kind of want to break it down in a way that makes sense on the show today, okay? I'm okay with having two audiences. Okay, I am. And I
Translation, Phil is okay with having two separate sources of income as long as he gets paid. I mean, the audience can fucking basically behave essentially however they want as long as Phil gets paid. Case in point, fucking Iron Chef Sakai, the fucking your name is 220 in French, whatever, you know what I mean? They get to fucking stay because they fucking paid Phil off. Even though they fucking keep pissing Phil off and saying things that piss us, he gets to stay because money fucking talks, and Phil will just fucking completely ignore his moral compass as long as people fucking pay the piper.
feel now, in the modern day, it makes sense to have two audiences. One audience that really likes me and positively supports all my content, and one audience that's there to kind of razz me every day, to make fun of me or whatever. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is those who take it to the extreme. Those who are attacking my family members, those who are trying to literally lie about me every day and say things that literally don't happen and act like they're factually true things, okay? But if you just want to sit there and you want to kind of make fun of me and you want to razz me and you want to do this stuff, I'm okay with that. Really, I am. And the Kick Chat, 100% is the place to do it. That way we kind of have that controlled element. If you want to be more positive, if you want to be more of a bigger fan of my content and support it in a positive way, YouTube side.
I don't actually think that's a very healthy approach, Phil, because basically you're telling people on YouTube you're not allowed to fucking razz them. Like, how dare you try and tell your audience how they're fucking allowed to behave? You know, obviously, within reason, obviously, most content creators will fucking have rules in the chat about fucking trying to be respectful towards others or whatever, you know, and just try and not, you know, don't start fights, don't be a dick, basically. Most content creators will have a rule of don't be a dick, you know. Just, you know, just turn up to the chat, have a good time, whatever, don't try and take things too fucking see, you know. But Phil, though, is literally laying the ground rules here, where it's like, if you want to razz me, you better not do it on YouTube. That razzing license, you know, the pass to fucking razz Phil only exists on Kick and does not exist on YouTube whatsoever. So if you try and razz Phil on YouTube, then you're going to be in big trouble. And Phil's, I mean, it's a strange way to treat two audiences differently. You know, shouldn't there be equal treatment regardless of who's and what's fucking, you know, whether you're on YouTube or Kick? There should be the same rules for everyone. That way there is no special preferential treatment.
If you want to kind of be the razzing crowd that's active and rowdy and tossing emotes and making fun of me, kick side. I'm okay with that. And that's a very different attitude. You have to understand, for many years back in the day, I was always, how dare you be critical of me? How dare you make fun of me and laugh at me? This is how you don't play. How could you look at my content and try to make fun of it? My content's the best on the internet, and that's absolutely ridiculous that you would do that, right? Today, I'm way more open to it. I just don't really care, to be honest. Okay, everyone does it anyway. If we have an environment here where we can have that in my content and I can control it, and let's be honest, I can make a buck on it, then it's all good, right? Who gives a shit? So what happened was last week, really, and this is my fault, I got into a bad mood about everything that was going on Kick. It literally looked like it was a direct response to me giving a new feature, giving back these highlighted moral support text messages. I turned them on, and then for like 3 days, no support at all. Okay? Seriously. And it really upset me. It did. So basically, I was lashing out, and I was arguing with people in the Kick Chat about it, and we went back and forth for several different days about it, right? And then finally, I want to say it was like Sunday night. It was Sunday night. I came to a realization, okay? I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, in reality, me arguing with a certain audience isn't going to ever improve anything. It's not. It's just going to make things worse. It's going to give people this content that they want, where they can selectively pick parts of a stream and try to showcase as that was the whole stream and say, see, all Phil did was argue with his audience, because that's exactly what happened. People cherry picked, and they're like, so Phil said he got no contributions, and therefore he argued with his audience and says he's not going to give them anything ever again. Literally.
So basically, to me, it feels like he did watch Has Been Gold. You know, to me, this tells me he did absolutely watch Has Been Gold reacting to him lashing out at his Kick audience, which is what started that whole react chain anyway, from Has Been Gold from like last night. So yeah, he's clearly seen it now. Phil, people have been clipping you and your toxic little meltdowns that happen on a daily basis for years and years and years. This goes back to fucking, you know, even pre-Sons of Kojima days, where you couldn't go a fucking day without saying something dumb and stupid. And whether it's SOK making fun of you or Eddie B43 or Tevin or Evil AJ, you know, all these old school veteran detractors, you know what I mean? or whether it's fucking people nowadays like Dudy and Mamology and myself and Snort, and it's been happening for years, Phil. You cannot go a single day without doing something, saying something stupid or toxic or inflammatory, or just fucking being a dumb bastard in general, which will merit being clipped so people can point and laugh at you. You're your own worst enemy because it is you ultimately which is fucking creating the content for us to fucking clip and upload and share with the masses online.
Now what happened? I've been doing great. I've been hitting all of my goals. Support has been outstanding. In general, things are really positive and good right now. So how could you say that I'm making no money, I'm angry that no one's supporting me, and I'm not going to give you anything? It doesn't make any sense. But that's how it's portrayed on the internet, because that's what people do. They cherry pick the moments, and they try to fucking portray it like that's what happened when it's not what happened, okay? So, after thinking about this, I was like, you know, I've got a change of heart, all right? And what I want to do is I want to try to completely flip this on its head. Instead of being a grumpy old man, where I'm not going to get anywhere being a grumpy old man, I'm going to completely change my attitude. So I went ahead and I added back the moral support messages with text, but I said, you got to use 500 channel points to do it. This way, this will avoid non-stop spamming. Because if I had it as 100 points, literally the entire chat would have been the messages, right? So I said, let's do it for 500 points or more, redeemed. Let's bring back these messages. Now people can actually do, emotes, messages, or whatever, okay? So I did that as of Sunday night, okay? That was during the Tormented Souls 2 stream. In addition, there were some people who I'd been upset with over the week, and I unbanned them. And again, that was my fault, getting upset over nonsense, like literally over nothing. There was no reason for me to be upset, because things have been going good, you know. Does it suck when you get a decline in support? It does. But there was no reason for me to lose my cool like I did, okay? So I ended up unbanning a bunch of people as well.
So basically, now it's kind of funny Phil says this actually, because I want to show you something that I saw at the start. Hold on. I want to see if I can fucking find this, because for whatever reason, okay, well, so
who cares?
Silence Bad Man. I need to rewind this because I want to show you guys something that happened when we kind of first went live. So I think it's round about, hold on 2 seconds, where was it? I'm looking for, it was 220 that said it. 220 said it ironically. And I was thinking to myself, how does he know? Like, how would 220 know and understand what's going on here? So let me see if I can fucking find it for you. Hold on, where is it? I remember seeing it and thinking, how the fuck would he know? Ah, fuck, I can't. When was it? When was it? Hold on 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. I said, it just really caught my eye, because it's like, why would he know? Why would 220 be aware of how many fucking people have been unbanned on Kick? Ah, shit, where was it? I'm trying my best to find that. I should have took a mental note of the timestamp. But it said something along the lines of, looks like a lot of Kick people unbanned. I think today's a day where we must hit the goal or something. Like, it's like some sort of strange rallying call. But it's like all the whales were unbanned. All the whales that got banned on Kick were unbanned, and their purpose of getting unbanned was to fucking get Phil to hit a goal, whatever, specifically on Kick, you know. Ah, yeah, but yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can find this. There is there. It's no specific, you know, that's a bastard there. I don't think it was this far in. I don't think it was this far into the stream. Yeah. Shit. I mean, I kind of sworn it was near the start, you know, because I seen it when I first turned up, you know, pretty much, you know. But I don't think I'm going to find it, but you get what I'm saying. No, that was the general gist of what you're saying was that for some reason, Iron Shesakai was very aware of multiple people being unbanned on Kick. And then the premise was that Phil might be trying to push hard for some Kick support today because of that. So it's kind of strange how he'd be privy to that information unless maybe the accounts that are banned were his soccer accounts. You know? Who knows? I don't know, it's strange that he would know that though, because I don't think there's any way for you to tell who's got unbanned on Kick unless they start speaking in chat again.
Alright? Sunday night, people came to the stream and were like, wait, what? The moral support's back? People are unbanned, this is great. And people started supporting again and we're very positive and happy. And for the last day and a half, everything's been fine. Everything's been good. Okay? So I just want to make this clear. Nothing's wrong is happening right now. We're good. I understand that the Kick side is always going to be the more rowdy, controlling element. I get that. It always will be. Like, that's how it's set up to be. I would rather have people who are like that, who want to kind of, you know, make fun of me, to be on that side and have the YouTube be a different viewing audience. I'm okay with that. I like that, actually. and I've been gotten a lot better, I think, at juggling both chats over the last year. It's just that every once in a while, things change or something happens and I get upset. And it's my fault, you know? And so I recognize my mistake. I corrected the mistake. I apologize to people who felt like maybe I was being abrasive over the last week, and we move forward positively and we're all good.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
Right? Cool. So last night, I'm streaming American Truck Simulator, and everything's going good. We're having a good time and everything.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
And people are like, are you aware that Asmongold is talking about you right now? No, and I don't care. Everyone talks about me at all.
It doesn't care. You want to know how much it doesn't care? It doesn't care so much. They had a 10-minute rant last night about it during Truck Sim, and during fucking last night and today, he watched what Asmongold actually said about him, and he's fucking taking time on his podcast today to talk about it. That's how much he doesn't care.
Times. Every day someone's talking about me, someone's making content about me, something's doing toxic shit about me. They're watching detractor content, they're watching out of context shit. What they never do is watch my live content. So what I mean, like, if people are always going to talk about me, they literally never watch me. They only watch the out-of-context detractor highlights.
Well, when you're fucking trying to brush up on your fucking wings knowledge, you watch his detractor content. You can't have one rule for you and another rule for everyone else. That's not very fair, is it?
Which will focus on negative stuff. So, of course, what's the latest negative topic? Oh, well, Phil was really mean to his audience. He said that they gave him no support and he was going to give them nothing from now on.
Which is accurate, which is true, which is literally not defamatory. That's what happened.
Isn't what happened. What happened was I was talking specifically to the Kick viewers.
Bruh.
There had been a big, sharp decline in support.
Bruh.
It seemed to be directly in tandem with the moral support message issue. I did react poorly. I had already corrected that attitude. I had given back the messages for 3 streams and everything was good. But Asmongold doesn't know that. He watches the detractor content and thinks that this is what's going on right now. Of course, he fully believes it at face value and thinks that it's all true, and then says stuff about me. So,
Phil, you said and done these things. Like, this is not, it's not our fault that you are a fucking toxic bastard towards your audience when you're not getting the money you think you fucking deserve. All we are guilty of is clipping your toxicity for the world to fucking see. It's like, how in the fuck can it be our fault? And Phil's definition of taking things out of context is fucking literally showing the whole thing that Phil said from start to finish. The start of the rant to the end of the rant. But Phil thinks, you know, you got to include the previous several days worth of context. You got to include several months ago where Kick first implemented a feature. You got to include how, you know, fuck off, Phil. Look, you fucking broke down on stream. You fucking lashed out at your fucking viewers, especially on Kick. You shouldn't have fucking done it. You're not fucking sorry for fucking doing it. You're fucking sorry because people fucking gave you fucking shit for it. And big names notice you fucking doing this. You're only fucking sorry for the negative attention you got. You're not fucking sorry for actually doing it.
So that then in tandem has people talking about me in a negative light. That sends people to my channel in a negative light to troll me.
Oh my God! What's up?
Thank you very much, Chain Moki, for the £2 super chat who's saying, can he do it, man? He's doing my boxing. Which, if you want a translation of that, it just basically means that Moki's head is quite fried with all of Phil's bullshit right now. So there we go. Thank you, Moki, for that super chat. Yeah, it's, as I said, you know, I mean, when seeing this morning, I went and watched some, you know, this morning. Like I had a wee quiet bit at work, and I went and caught up on Phil's antics from last night. And as soon as I saw and heard some of the things, I need to rant. I need to make a video about this. I need to get this in my system because what the fuck, the double standards is fucking unreal.
So that then in tandem has people talking about me in a negative light. That sends people to my channel in a negative light to troll me. It's the usual stuff. This is nothing different, nothing special. This has happened a zillion times. It will happen a zillion times again. Been there, done that. I'm used to it. It's not a big deal. But this morning, it seems like everyone is just talking about it. Like, why?
Maybe because Asmongold not only fucking had it on a stream and talked about it, but because he made a video showing himself doing this, and it fucking popped off in popularity and has, I imagine, close to 400,000 views by now. In fact, hold on. Let's have a quick update. Let's have a quick check, shall we? Give me a second, guys. Let's go to Asmongold's channel again, okay? His TV clip channel, whatever. What are the latest views? 378,000 views uploaded 7 hours ago. And the AI generated video summary. Asmongold reacts to meager donations during a live stream, demanding more support from viewers on Kick. The streamer expresses frustration with a lack of financial backing, contrasting it with the generosity of YouTube supporters. A timer counts down and attempts are made to reach a fundraising goal. That is the AI summary of what has been. It's not too far off the mark. AI got quite close to basically summarising the whole entire thing. It actually specified between Kick and YouTube support, and also included Phil fucking literally counting down a minute for people to fucking give him money in any capacity across any sort of fucking method whatsoever from back in June. So, Jesus Christ, man. Phil wants to fucking pretend though it's all massively edited in our context, and it's, oh, that's not what happened. These videos are lying about me.
By the time that these people who do this kind of internet commentary get to the topic's already outdated. That issue, literally, is already not a big deal. We're already past it, and we're already on new days of content. Everything's good. So
meanwhile, Phil keeps bringing up a society don't play, which was not really, Evil AJ stopped making a society don't play like I think a decade ago. Like I know other people kind of took up the mantle of a society don't play as like Outsider, for example, certainly ran with it, but Evil AJ stopped making a society don't play like a decade ago, and Phil to this day still brings up a society don't play. Even Evil AJ has moved on from a society don't play and doesn't bring it up, but Phil chooses to. Phil chooses to fucking bring it up on a random fucking regular basis, like it's some sort of fucking example or some sort of learning tool for him to fucking. It's like, oh, I know how to behave now. Because I'm not like I was back in the day when I decided, no, Phil, you don't really know how to behave. You're somewhat, so Phil has somewhat gotten better with rolling with the punches, He's still, like, so he won't, there's definitely a difference between old Phil and current Phil, where these days he seems to be a lot better at taking things somewhat in a stride compared to back then. But it's not a huge difference, though. It's not a massive change in the grand scheme of things.
Why are we still talking about Asmongold brought up? I don't give a fuck what Asmongold brings up. Why do I give a shit? Doesn't affect me in any way. Just another wave of people who come to my content and say, oh, you suck, you suck. Okay, great. See you later. And now today is a normal day for me because I don't care. I give a shit. So, yeah, no big deal. No worries. We're good. We already have, like I said, we already kind of recovered from it. We're already fine. And I'm sorry. I wholeheartedly admit I was in a bad mood for a few days. I shouldn't have been. All right, I don't even.
Why were you in a bad mood for a few days, Phil? Because obviously, when I'm in a fucking bad mood or whatever, or if I feel like there's something getting to me in life, it certainly helps to talk about it. And of course, the question mark is, does Phil have anyone to talk about it with, or has the horse bolted?
Honestly, I don't even know what really rubbed me the wrong way. It was probably not stuff related to the streams at all. There's other things that happen in real life behind the scenes, some stressful stuff that's been affecting me, and, it can sadly come through in the content, which it shouldn't. And then I got at odds with certain people in chat for no reason. It's just dumb shit, but we learn. We live and we learn and we grow. And, I immediately, when I had that moment of retrospection on Sunday, and I looked at it, I was like, why am I acting like this? Why am I upset? Things are going good. I'm hitting my goals. The content's getting attention. We're all doing good. Why am I upset? I literally couldn't think of a reason. Like, I actually don't know why I'm upset and I'm at odds with the Kick chat. It doesn't seem to make sense. And then I realized, oh yeah, that's kind of how they're supposed to act. That's the point, is that the Kick people are like that. The YouTube people are a different crowd. It's okay. So again, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry that I acted like that, all right?
Apology no accepted, yeah, fucking disingenuous cunt.
As for Asmongold, I don't give a fuck what he says. I don't even know what he said. I don't care.
You do. Oh, no, Phil. There's no way you're behaving like this right now without being aware. The fact that you actually addressed the very situation that's fucking meant, Asmongold started his reactive Phil shit with him fucking lashing out at Kick chat for not supporting him. And just by sheer coincidence, Phil just fucking gets into his rant about Asmongold and brings that very situation up. Phil absolutely did fucking watch at least some of what Asmongold said.
Literally reacts to detractor content, which is always skewed. If he actually wanted a real perspective on someone, he would actually watch their real content. Like, instead of watching detractor clips on X, he would say, oh, is he streaming right now? Let's see what he's doing. And then tune into the stream and then judge for yourself rather than just the out of context shit. But he doesn't care. He has a giant crowd of who watch him, and he literally just watches the clips. He always has. He's a clip watcher, right? Like, that's what he does. So he's going to watch it out of context. He's going to believe it. He's going to make comments. I don't give a shit.
He's a very successful and popular clip watcher, you know what I mean? He seems to kind of do quite well for himself with that sort of thing. And by the way, full disclosure on my part, okay? You know what I mean? I personally think that what Asmongold does, at least in that front, it's a very lazy form. To me, anyway, it's a very lazy form of creating content. Now, he's a big name doing it. I don't understand. I'm not fully clued up in the lore of why Asmongold is such a very prominent content creator for reacting to other people. Maybe they were the first person to kind of start doing it on a regular level. Maybe they just do it better than other people. I don't quite understand. But I just find how, that sort of content creation regularly just seems like the laziest sort of fucking way to kind of do what you're doing. Which I know, it's like, it sounds like a double standard because obviously I'm fucking doing something similar right now with Bingo. I'm reacting to Phil live right now, and all that jazz. But obviously, I'm not trying to make a living doing this. I'm just fucking doing this as a fucking just for shits and giggles. I've got a real full-time job, and I'd rather keep that. You know what I mean? But I've never really React content in general. Just seems like such a. It's not something that I've warmed to too much. Especially. And I was like, you see, like some people who do React stuff do it in a very good way. They might be very knowledgeable in certain subjects, so they can actually fucking, lend their expertise as to what they're reacting to. Like a musician, for example, could react to a very challenging song played on guitar, and they could fucking explain why there's such, that sort of thing. When people are actually fucking knowledgeable of the subject matter in hand that they're reacting to, that sort of React content I think is good. But in general, when you got fucking people like, Asmongold and XQC or whatever, just fucking sitting there, and it's like, they're just reacting to anything and everything, like fucking 10 hours a fucking day. And it's like, it's just for the sake of just having something to react to and just point at, and I don't know, it's like, obviously, I don't know, to me, it's just some React content is obviously worth watching, I think, but Asmongold stuff usually for me is like I just avoid it, that's me personally, it's just because it's like, is there any what do they add to reacting to this, like what are they contributing to the thing they're reacting to? And for the most part, these people don't add much at all, but of course it's still funny because Asmongold's a huge fucking name, and Phil gets all salty about it, pretending he's not bothered.
It doesn't affect me. Every day you got people who talk shit about me. It doesn't affect me. I've been here for 17 years. I'm on year 18. I'm going to be here as long as I want. It doesn't matter how many people have something toxic or negative to say about me today. It doesn't affect me. It does. I'll still be here the next day and the next day and the next day, pumping out content and having fun with a good audience and making a living doing it.
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
And I'm happy for it, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm sorry when I do have times when I get upset about shit and I act in a stupid way. That's what happens. Okay? It is. That's what happens, and I'm sorry for that. I am. Okay?
The thing is, I still think, I'm trying to think of other detractors. I think detractors are a good fucking test method here. I can't think of times when detractors have lashed out at their audiences. I don't remember that being said, lashing out at their audience, or a V-girl lashing out at their audience. Maybe if you wake a V-girl up on the wrong side of bed as he falls asleep on stream, he might lash out at you, who knows. But I don't remember a bro side Phil lashing out at his audience or anything that way. The fact is, though, if you're streaming, I said this earlier on as well, I said this earlier on in the video I made, if you're choosing to stream today for an audience, you have a duty of responsibility to try and fucking entertain them as best as possible and not bring your shit into the streams. At least not to try and fucking impact it negatively or whatever, And Phil just doesn't seem to be able to heed that at all, And it's just something he seems incapable of doing. And he's meant to be professional. He has got experience on his side. He should know better. The fact that he doesn't shows a massive level of immaturity, which he's still yet to attain. As somebody in his 40s, he's still not mature enough to fucking say, okay, real life goes to one side, I've got to entertain people today. And he's incapable of doing that, it seems, because he's just such a fucking man-child.
But the truth is, because here you go, here come the idiots. Well, the only reason that you had a change of heart is because Asmongold talked about you. Asmongold watched the stuff yesterday. I already added the moral support messages and unbanned everyone on Sunday.
How do you know you watched it yesterday, Phil, if you didn't check out what he said?
So unless there was a fucking time machine where I saw his reaction, I went back in time a day and I did it on Sunday, what you're saying makes no sense and you're a fucking idiot. But again, that's the detractor's perspective. We make up a narrative. We invent shit that's not real and we believe it as our reality because we're mentally ill idiots. So believe what you want. I don't care. But I don't own a time machine. Okay? I don't. Okay. All right. So now that topic's done, Let's do some shout outs. Let's say hellos, and then we can get to more interesting topics. Okay? Okay. And that's not true, too. Oh, well, he was talking about how over 15 years you begged for your audience's money. Literally never, ever asked for contributions until my trolls ruined my YouTube channel and made it so I...
No. We know that is categorically false. And the ironic thing is, of course, Asmongold actually, watched a clip of it, before on Twitter. But, hold on. Let me see if I can find it for you. Hold on to settings. Hold on to settings. Hold on. To settings. Let's see if I can find this. Please be easy to find. Please. Yeah, it was easy to find. Dragonism. Where the tweet it was. This is what... remember, this is what... Asmongold himself, Sir Asmongold, reacted to this. 2025, DSP said, when I started 17 years ago, I did it as a hobby. Yet 2009 DSP, on his fucking debut video showing his face, says, please click on the ads, I also have PayPal donations.
When I started as a YouTuber 17 years ago, and I was just doing this as a hobby and having fun. When I started as a
Future, please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want. So, anything that you can give back is much appreciated. I also do have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Dark Side Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com. I've gotten many donations, and as I said before, if you send me a donation of, $10, $15, $20 or more, I'll mention your name in a video because I do appreciate that. So, thanks a lot, Future.
Yeah. So Phil trying to fucking claim... Let's hear that fucking bullshit again. He just fucking spouted.
Okay. And that's not true, too. Oh, well, he was talking about how over 15 years you begged for your audience's money. Literally never, ever asked for contributions until my trolls ruined my YouTube channel and made it so I couldn't make a living on ad revenue. All the way up through that when they got me those false copyright strikes, which ruined my channel and made it so that I couldn't make a living on ads anymore. That's when I had to start asking for crowd support.
Why would I lie? I imagine it's like breathing for you.
Before then, I never did. And that's a fucking fact. And you can go back...
No, it's not. We know. I just proved you wrong. Go on, Phil. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. The bad man is triggering me so bad. And that's a fucking... Just because you say it's a fact doesn't mean it's fucking real. You mean also, I know DSP gets compared to Donald Trump on a regular basis because Trump tries to fucking say things as factual when they're not sometimes. But this is fucking delusional even by... when there's a mountain of evidence, overwhelming evidence, video evidence, historical evidence that exists on YouTube of you begging on a regular basis since 2009. Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck? Oh my god. One more time, Phil, one more time.
For crowd support. Before then, I never did. And that's a fucking fact. And you can go back and you can watch documentaries that talk about it. Go watch the fucking June the King documentary that literally shows that there was a year where all my views tanked because false copyright strikes affected my channel, kicked me out of the YouTube algorithm. I couldn't make a living just on ad revenue anymore, and I had to change my model.
But you still begged before that, which is a fact.
I literally never intended to be an internet live streamer. I wanted to do on-demand videos. I had to change my model to survive because people fucked with me. So when you complain, oh, I hate that Phil asks for money, then you shouldn't have fucked with my livelihood. I never had to until people did. Now you deal with the repercussions. You don't like the current Phil that asks for contributions? You made the monster. You're Dr. Frankenstein. Now you gotta live with the monster you created, bitches. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad, because you don't have a time machine to go back in time and change what you already did.
Holy fucking shit. What the fuck are we listening to here? What in the fuck are we listening to here? What in the fuck is wrong with this idiot? Jesus Christ. This is unhinged. This is so unhinged. I'm reminded for full fucking context, but what in the ever-living fuck is wrong with this fucking man-child?
To change my model. I literally never intended to be an internet live streamer. I wanted to do on-demand videos. I had to change my model to survive because people fucked with me. So when you complain, oh, I hate that Phil asks for money, then you shouldn't have fucked with my livelihood. I never had to until people did. Now you deal with the repercussions. You don't like the current Phil that asks for contributions? You made the monster. You're Dr. Frankenstein. Now you gotta live with the monster you created, bitches. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad, because you don't have a time machine to go back in time and change what you already did. Tough shit. All right.
This is unhinged. This is so unhinged. So apparently it's our fault Phil's been begging for money since 2009. You know, even if you weren't detracting then, like, I mean, I wasn't a detractor in 2009. I didn't discover DSP until like 2015 or whatever, you know, but yeah. But apparently, Jesus, no, I'm so, oh my god. Remember though, it doesn't care. Remember the most important point, he doesn't care.
Anyway, let's get back on topic, shall we? Let's do some shout-outs, let's have some cool interactions, and then let's talk about some other stuff. Like I said, in the future, we gotta figure out what we're gonna be doing on Black Friday, okay? So, where do we start?
Burger.
We have Cabal, who did a €10 super chat. I want to say, not euro, excuse me, a £10 super chat. I want to say it's like 13 and change. Let's figure that out, since that is our first contribution of the day. This is Canadian, that's not what I want pounds. 13.17, interesting. Okay. Cabal. Was Cabal? Thank you, Cabal. He says, fingers crossed for a fun and chill RPG stream. Hope the performance stays good too. If you mean the game. So it's funny, when I was playing Outer Worlds 2 the other day, I thought it was fine. But then I had some comments on the videos. You are running an ultra performance mode. Aren't you aware that when you run on ultra performance mode, it's 720p resolution, upscaled to 4K. It looks like shit. Your playthrough looks like shit. You got a gaming PC and you're running it like shit. I'm serious. This is how people react. I guess now that I'm into PC gaming, we get these weird reactions like that. I'm like, well, I really don't know, right? I don't know.
Could you have googled it maybe to try and fucking learn? Would that have been too hard for you to do? Just fucking do like take 2 seconds to Google this shit?
Is that true? Because I have an ultra performance. Is it actually running at 720p? Should I change it to just regular performance? Or I don't know. I'm still new to this game. I've only been doing PC gaming for a year. To be honest, I really don't understand the technology. I thought it looked fine. Am I a plebeian? Is that what it is? Am I a gaming peon? I don't understand. Then educate me. I need to know what to do. Do you want me to change the resolution today?
How about you fucking educate yourself by just fucking doing fucking 10 seconds of research on Google? It's not up to your fucking audience to fucking run your shit for you. This is your responsibility. Once again, you're the content creator, Phil. You have a duty of responsibility to try and fucking provide the best product possible, the best content possible for your fucking audience. If you're not going to fucking do your due diligence and research into fucking the best ways to fucking run a game on PC, then it's not up to your audience to fucking carry that fucking burden for you. That is on you.
Or whatever, I'll do it. Let me know. I need to know. There you go. Someone just said, you have a 4070 graphics card, but you're using a TV. You plebeian. Oh my god. Oh my lord. All right. Well, today when we play the game, let's figure this out. Yes, I would definitely like to get the game to look better if we can. So let's mess with it a little bit today, I guess. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot. Okay. So thank you, Cabal, for the first super chat of the day. There was, I think there were some kicks on Kick. Let me take a look. I'm pretty sure there were. Yes, it was 500 kicks from 220.
No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Two different.
Thank you very much to Chris Sizemore for popping a 22-month bingo buy membership message saying, so glad to see you back, my Scottish brother. Glad to be back, Chris. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you indeed. But yeah, it's good to be back. But yeah, it's like, yeah, and just to be clear, I wasn't doing DSP stuff for a whole month, but I wasn't relaxing either. It's been a very stressful like month and a half or so, a month and or however long it was. Been quite a stressful month and a few weeks. But thankfully, it's starting to get into the rhythm of things now, you know what I mean? So yeah, slowly but surely things are on the up and up and improving. But it's certainly good to be back, and I'm glad to see you back as well.
Kicks from 2. There was 100 kicks and 500 kicks from 220, from what I can see. Okay, 2 groups of kicks from 220. So let's get those up on the leaderboard. Here we go. There was 500 and 100. Said $6 of support. No, impersonation of people is not allowed. So there's some guy who came into the chat, his name was Your Future Stepson, which, number one, you're trying to basically impersonate your future stepdad, which isn't allowed. Then he started...
Well, it's 2 different names. It's clearly a different name. You know, so, I mean, people just have to read the fucking name to know it's a different person because it's a different name altogether.
Saying some toxic stuff in the chat and he got banned for it. I'm not unbanning it. He wants to come back, have him make a new account that doesn't impersonate another viewer and try to get people riled up in a negative way.
But it's not impersonating another viewer because our name's different. I don't understand, Phil. You know, like, what's wrong with a fucking name? That's like saying 6 Hybrid on YouTube has a, you know, is trying to impersonate 672 because 672 also has 6 in their name.
Okay. So there you go. I'm being told, yes, when you increase the performance option in the settings, the internal resolution decreases to offer higher FPS. It's a trade-off. So should we try to figure that out today? So don't go to ultra performance, do like regular just performance to see what it looks like, see if it significantly improves the graphical look of the game. All right. Tachi Mikinoku got banned because Tachi Mikinoku was being a toxic dick as well. Has nothing to do with what was going on with the moral support messages. So no, I'm not.
Oh, what was he saying? What did he say though? Oh wait, hold on. He got banned on. Oh, go wait a second. If you refresh this page, we might get a timestamp. Oh damn. Was it not today then? Oh, damn. But I seen no ban for them in kick anyway, so if you got banned, it might be on YouTube. So damn. Oh, autos. Never mind. Anyway, let's get back to the bingo.
Banning them either. Okay. What's up, Chris? How you doing? King Michael, how you doing? How's everyone doing this morning, by the way? Obviously, I had a lot to say to start the show. So, how y'all doing this morning? Is everyone doing good?
Who fucking cares?
Hopefully, everyone's in good spirits and enjoying themselves.
My biggest
you gotta
fans are
understand something.
idiots.
Literally every day, someone has something toxic to say about me that's completely off base. They don't know what they're talking about. Not a single one of these people who talks about me ever watches my content. Never. They don't come to the content and say, hey, let's see what Phil's up to today. Let's see what Phil has to say actually about this topic or his take on this. Instead, it's let's watch detractor highlights all day. Well, then you're going to get one style of content about me. And it just shows your level of intelligence if that's all you do. If you don't actually get the real story, but instead you just want to have a one-sided perspective. Like, again, for example, to prepare for my interview with Wings of Redemption a couple weeks ago, did I watch detractor content on him? Yes. That allowed me to have that perspective on what people are currently being critical about in regards to Wings. Did I literally believe every single thing that I saw in detractor content and then regurgitate it and say toxic things about him when he was on the show? Or did I take it with a grain of salt and use it to form intelligent questions and conversation based around the topics that they had brought up?
So what you're saying is that you never bothered to watch Wings' actual content and you only watched the detractor content. And you came to your own conclusion based off that. That's kind of what everyone else does with detractor content about you, Phil. You are making yourself sound like a massive fucking hypocrite here. You're honestly making yourself sound worse than usual. You're admitting you didn't even fucking watch Wings' actual content to try and get some fucking more understanding in the situation. You just assumed. You watched the detractor content about Wings, and then you just assumed the other side of things without knowing the facts. So the only information you actually took in was detractor content. And it's fine for you to do that, but if other people do it again about you, oh my god, what the fuck, man. It's just the hypocrisy and double standards off the fucking charts from this idiot.
There you go. So, that's what I mean. But with these people on the internet who just react to everything, they're just reacting for the sake of having content and to have a shock value reaction so that people will give them the attention that they crave. That's the kind of content they make. You know? What are you gonna do? I'm used to it. It happens every day. I get it. Everyone thinks that I'm a clown or a jerk because they watch toxic content about me.
Remember, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. It doesn't get to him. It doesn't bother him. He doesn't care. He just won't shut up. He won't stop going on about it, but he doesn't care.
Instead of the real content. Why is it that when people actually come to these streams and sit here for a while and have fun with me, they're like, wow, that was not half bad. That was pretty good. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I won't, but a lot of people do come back and end up liking the content because they actually judge it at face value instead of just watching what a detractor said.
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
But again, you got to actually be honest. You got to want to give someone a fair shake to do that. Most people on the internet don't care about that. They just care about making content that will print them money. So who cares if you give someone a fair shake? Just watch the negative shit, right? Oh well.
Look who's fucking talking.
That's just how it goes, right? Okay. You here? Let's see here. Just trying to see if there's anything legit here. Nope. 2 trolls. Okay. Good. You just gotta bear with me sometimes because I do get some contributions that are troll contributions. I don't ever waste time with them. Okay? Cool. All right.
You just did.
King Michael says he's doing great. Looking forward to the stream. I'm glad to hear that. Mission, you've already explained how the DLSS works. I don't need to look at an upscaling chart. We'll just mess with it today when we boot the game then. Okay. Did I enjoy my girly drinks last night? Oh, yes. My alcoholic ciders were very girly. Yeah, I tried a new brand of cider. Two Towns Cider House, I think it's called. It's a Pacific Northwest company that does alcoholic cider. And the first one was blueberry. And to be honest, it's a little weird. Again, it's kind of tart.
Alcoholic cider. Cider is alcoholic by default. So calling it alcoholic cider, it just seems like a weird way to describe cider, you know?
And it's very annoying because I think that cider shouldn't necessarily be all tart. Like there's a place for tartness in the flavor of apples, but not overwhelming. And whenever these people are doing the blueberry flavor, they just take the tartness and not the sweetness of the blueberry. So I didn't really like the blueberry that much. But then I had like just basic cosmic crisp apple flavor. It was delicious. It tasted like someone actually took apples and ground it into like applesauce and put it in a can with alcohol. It was actually really good. And I enjoyed it. So yes, that one I actually really like. I have another flavor, raspberry, and the question is going to be, is it going to be too tart or is it going to be sweet? You know, what are they going to put in there? I don't know. I guess we'll find out next week. Okay, cool. All right, so hope you're all in good spirits and enjoying the show so far.
At time big.
What I'd like to do now is change the topic, because what we got to figure out, folks, is we got to figure out what we're going to be doing on Black Friday. For those who don't know, Friday, November 28th, is the day after American Thanksgiving. Traditionally, this is the day when stores have ginormous sales, doorbusters, huge opening, door opening deals. They try to get people to pack the stores that day. All right, usually they have extended hours. The reason they call it Black Friday is because that's the day traditionally when stores go from the red to the black. What does that mean? It means that's the day they make massive profits for these deals, okay? And it's become more and more of a thing every year in the United States, except now, the last 5 to 10 years, it's become a lot more digital deals. Sales on Amazon, sales on the digital websites, things like that. Some places end up doing their sales earlier than Black Friday, so that way it's not just about, hi Jasper, Jasper's in here today.
I mean, it's happening now. I've seen Black Friday deals starting at the start of November, for fuck's sake. You know, it's kind of starting quite early across a lot of different places, especially online. You know, fuck me. Although, I will say, I'm kind of glad that Black Friday isn't as chaotic as it was before, like, 10, 20 years ago. Fucking people fighting each other in shops. It's dumb as fuck, But yeah, it's already started though, effectively, in some places. So yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward. I mean, also, me just moving into a new place, whatever. I'm looking forward to trying to see some good deals, just to kind of furnish the place, whatever, and get a couple of good deals and things here and there. But yeah, good timing in that part for Black Friday deals.
Okay. That way, it's not just about having the sale in the store, but you can actually get the digital online sales as well. And that way also, it's not just cramming everyone in one day. You can space it out over, say, a week. So Black Friday is a little different today than it used to be. But traditionally, I usually do some kind of special content on Black Friday. Sometimes I've done a gameplay marathon, like Black Ops Friday, where I play Black Ops all day because there's a new Call of Duty Black Ops game out.
So your marathon has nothing to do with the actual events? You're just fucking using the event as a reason to try and do a marathon?
Sometimes I used to do Ask the King, which was a Q&A show where I would take your questions and answers. The thing is, we do that every day now. Like literally right now, I talk with you guys and I take your feedback, and we have that kind of a show right now, so I don't really think that would make sense, okay? I've reacted to things in the past. For example, there were 2 years where I did the Adpocalypse, where I would react to advertisements from all over the world. That worked for a while, but kind of got played out. So we've done all kinds of different content over the course of the years. And to be fair, it all works, but the question is, what do we want to do this year? This year we have a unique opportunity where we could do all kinds of different things. And people have already come up with certain ideas. Number one, yes, Call of Duty comes out this Friday. And maybe I do a lot of Call of Duty gameplay that day. Okay? I haven't reacted to stuff in a very long time. And when I say reacted, I mean like a documentary or various different videos about a certain person. I haven't reacted to that kind of stuff in a very long time. So maybe we could figure out something that you want to see me react to for the first time in ages, and I could do that during the marathon, okay? Excuse me. Some people have said, well, that day traditionally is about a day of deals. Why don't you look for deals and look for things that maybe you could shop for that would improve the setup? For example, I need a new controller.
How about you fucking do that day to give deals to your fucking audience, to fucking give them something back? Give your audience value for fucking money for once, Phil.
Because the one I'm using right now, the Elite 2, is the only one I have, and it's not great for certain kinds of games. My thumb can attest to this, because I just beat Silksong, and I got a big callus on my thumb from that playthrough. So obviously it would be better to have a different kind of controller, so that if I have a game there that I'm playing that needs a lot of precise button inputs or whatever, I could get another controller for that. Okay? Now there's been some other things as well that people have talked about, improvements to the streams and stuff. Maybe I could look for stuff like that, right? But I don't know. Honestly, we've all been talking about this, and I really just don't know what I want to do yet. Okay? I don't know what I want to do yet. Jasper, do you know what I should do on Black Friday? Jasper Kitty.
Shut up, bitch!
He's not paying any attention. He's in his own world, doing what he wants.
He's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
Nice shirt, 25 cents.
Jasper.
Fuck you and your friends.
I can't concentrate because Jasper's on my lap and he's distracting me heavily. He really wants the spotlight today. What are you shaking for? What are you doing? Oh my goodness.
I'd be terrified as well if I was that close to you, Phil.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't know what I want to do on Black Friday. I still want to talk about it. We got about 2 weeks to figure this out, okay? And I think that we need to figure it out as soon as possible, if maybe even on this very show. Because I want to start promoting it. I want to start planning for it. If there's preparation I need to do, I want to start making it.
So come up with something then, Phil. This is your responsibility. This is something that you, as the content creator, is responsible for. This is your show.
And I can't do that until I know what I'm doing, okay?
So decide something then.
Like, for example, people are saying, well, shopping. Well, what would I be looking for? Definitely a new controller. For sure, I'm interested in a new controller, okay?
It's unreal. I mean, it's the hilarious thing about him doing like a shopping stream on, like, it's basically going to encourage him to beg profusely because he's like, guys, if I want to get this thing that we're looking at right now, you guys need support. You know, like it's literally just trying to fucking cut out the middleman of, like, you know, it's like people will be giving him money based on the things that he's looking at online, and he'll just directly outright beg for it, you know, and just say, guys, this thing right here, I want to get this thing right here, but you guys need to step up your contributions. Come on, hint, hint.
I would say a new chair, but honestly, I don't really think I'm ready to do a new chair yet, because if I do a new chair, I have to redesign the office a bit. For example, the height of all these tables would need to be adjusted. Any chair I get is...
Jesus Christ, the sheer laziness of this fucking person. I will need to manually lower this table, and that table, and that table, and I don't think I'm ready for that sort of responsibility to trying to fucking slightly rearrange the heights of tables around me. That seems like a very burdensome task that I don't think I'm ready for mentally or physically.
It's going to be higher than what I'm sitting in right now, to be honest. And your setup behind me would be different. I might have to, like, figure out a way to height adjust stuff behind me, because this stuff is all low to the ground. But if I'm in a chair that's height adjustable, and let's say I'm sitting here, now all the tables got to go up, the cameras and everything have to go up. The stuff behind me somehow has to be elevated. So that's got to be like redesigning the office. I'm really not in the mood to do that. You know, I haven't...
Jesus fucking... I'm not. The laziness... He has the audacity to fucking complain about other people doing minimum effort for maximum reward. And he's so fucking lazy to fucking amend and adjust the heights of his fucking desk and the tripod or whatever because of it. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, I need otters. I need otters fucking temporarily. God help us all. I need some fucking otters just to fucking... Jesus, man. I mean, you know, anytime I think I'm a lazy bastard, I get a fucking reality check when I'm not as lazy as Phil Burnell. You know, at least I'm not as lazy a bastard as Phil Burnell is, who's too fucking lazy. So, I think you need a new chair, but that'll become so much responsibility of adjusting the heights of everything in my office to match the height of the chair, and I don't think I'm ready for that. Just unbelievably lazy. It really is.
I haven't had this set up for a year yet, and I don't really feel like redesigning the office right now. Okay. I just want to kind of stick to what I'm doing right now. So, but eventually I do want to get a new chair. The trickiness of getting the new chair, excuse me, it has to be fabric. It cannot be any kind of leather or pleather. Reason being, Jasper Kitty has back claws, and as you can see, he jumps on the chair. If he jumps on leather or pleather, he will destroy that chair. So I need to have something that's fabric, and that limits me severely. A lot of these more comfort chairs are meant to be like leather designed office chairs that are high-end stuff. I can't have that. He'll literally rip it apart. So I don't know if I'm ready for the chair right now. The chair seems fine. But controller, yes. You know, I do need a new laptop, but it's not like a desperate thing. Like the new laptop is kind of needed because this one now, I want to say is about 4 to 5 years old, and the touchpad is wearing out and having issues. But for what I use it for, the laptop's fine. You know, I guess I could just tough through having an annoying touchpad. I do have an idea or two. I've been teasing this recently, okay? That I do have an idea for some new stuff or new content, but I don't know the feasibility of it, and I don't know the cost of it. So I feel like I may have to do a little bit of research, in regards to this.
Oh, for God's sake, who the fuck cares? Jesus Christ. I mean, Phil Burnell doing research basically just means he's gonna get someone else to fucking look out for him. Because Phil Burnell is incapable of using Google and fucking looking things up himself, you know what I mean? That's an impossibility. Jesus Christ, like, every single content creator worth their fucking salt is always thinking of ways to try and improve things and make things better for a fucking audience in some capacity, you know? For example, I am actually, now I've got my own place, you know what I mean, as well, not shit, you know what I mean? Now I've actually, you know, get my own placement, I had to kind of, you know, get myself a new desk as well, you know what I mean, and the monitors, but I am contemplating getting a third monitor at some point down the line. I'm not committing to it, but it's a real possibility I might get myself a third monitor. Not sure yet though, it's a work in progress or whatever, I want to do that or whatever. And just also I need to make sure it will actually fit as well properly, because it's, even with 2 monitors I've got right now, they are taking up a decent bit of space on this the stand I've got here, you know what I mean? But but also there's ways around that, you know what I mean? I can use like, you know, monitor stands, like, you know, and all that shit, you know. But it's a possibility for sure, you know what I mean? But yeah, but as I'm saying, it's always, you're always looking to try and improve things and make things better. But yeah, curved monitor. I've never. I'm not sure about curved monitors. You know what I mean? As I said, like but yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know. As I said, I've thought about it though. I mean, I've thought about doing it. You know what I mean? I could have something in place potentially. You know what I mean? And especially, I could try and make it work. I think, you know. I'm just kind of looking at the setup I've got now. I guess there's definitely ways I could make it work and make some space for it as well. But yeah, every content creator worth their salt is always figuring ways to try and make things better for them, you know, for the audience and themselves as well, of course.
Before I even present it to you as something that I need to buy stuff for, so I'll need to look into it. But I have some ideas of things that I could possibly do for new content in the future, but it would cost some money. That's the thing. I don't want to drop the money and then be like, oh, it wasn't feasible and I kind of wasted my money and time on it. You know what I mean?
Says the person that spent $170 on a Street Fighter cardigan.
So there you go. There's a high-end RGB gaming chair on sale at Amazon. I don't want an RGB gaming chair. Whatever chair I buy next will be a chair for comfort and adjustability, not a gaming chair. Like this chair, honestly, out of all the chairs I've owned, is the most comfortable chair I've ever owned. It has great lumbar support to this day, and I've had this for 4 years. The lumbar support is still perfect.
Who fucking cares?
It's comfortable, it seats me well, and the only problem is it makes a creaking sound, but you don't hear it, because I have mic filters, you can't hear. Right now it's creaking, you don't hear it. My mic filters are good enough, you don't hear the creak, so that's been the one complaint I've had about it. Outside of that, it's been a great chair. But I mean, it wears out. The chair definitely, you know, the padding where I'm sitting, everything is worn out and everything. And, you know, I will need a new one eventually. I just don't need it immediately. Excuse me. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a matter of seeing what deals are on Amazon that day or other places, and based on the deals that are available, judging if there's stuff on there that I want to buy or not, you know? Controller is the one thing I think I absolutely want to buy, a new controller.
Oh, God. Sonny sent me a DM. We'll get you to this level. Jesus Christ. What sort of fucking bizarre monitor situation have you sent me? Oh, geez. I know this picture. This is your war room. I know what this is. Oh, God. Sonny sent me a picture of his war room. And, God almighty. It's something. There's so much there. Oh, you lose count of everything that's there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to make sure you had I had permission first, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, there we go. But this is Sonny's war room. This is Sonny's actual, like, also, because you can see, I think, I mean, as well, he's got Bingo on it. But yeah, it has multiple different monitors with different things, you know, going at the same time, whatever, you know. It's incredible. All the keyboards, like laptops here. Like the thing is, like, there's a laptop there, a laptop there, a laptop here. There's a keyboard here. There's keyboards for it. So does every single? It feels like every single unique monitor has its own keyboard or something. Are you some sort of fucking octopus with fucking multiple arms to type? It's insane. It really. It's so many keyboards as well. And the mouses, there's like a fucking trio of mouses huddled together for warmth over here or something. Holy shit, I mean, okay. It's 37 computers. 37 computers. Oh my god, the Stream Deck, I've got a Stream Decks as well, it's a good shout there. There's one, like, mini one here, I think, as well as a big one here. Goodness me, it's crazy. Oh yeah, I will never get used to seeing this. It is insane. The kind of, like, I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible, you know. It's just so much, you know. Half Australia's power supply goes to Sonny's fucking computer setup, it seems. Oh my god, it's insane. But there we go. It's incredible stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'd be comfortable with that level of computer. I mean, I was thinking maybe one more monitor this size, maybe, and then that, or even that size over here. But yeah, it's a hefty size project. The war room you've got going on, this crazy stuff. But there you go. I think I'll just have. I mean, I'll stick to the one computer with maybe 3 monitors. I think I'll be happy with that personally. You know what I mean? But yeah, cheers for showing that off.
No matter what. But outside of that, I'm not sure what else I really want to do that day. So, and if you guys have ideas, things that I could get that would be good for the setup, things that we could do for content, like maybe I could get a new Lego set, because right now we've done the Lego Game Boy, and people were like, hey, well, from time to time, will you build a new Lego on a chill Lego night? Will you have a new thing for your backdrop? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe we could find something new for the backdrop, right, that we could have. But, you know, I'd rather get it on that day and save a lot of money than just buy it willy-nilly and pay full price. So maybe we do that. I don't know what we'll find, right? Okay, so what do you guys think? By the way, two shout-outs. Deserac became a member this morning. Thank you to Deserac for a membership. Let's get that on.
So you're not going to ban them for having a name similar to Darziak? Deserac and Darziak sound very similar. It sounds like somebody's trying to impersonate him. Are you going to ban them?
Leaderboard. And I believe there were some more kicks. Yes, 500 kicks again from 220. Could teach Jasper to claw the trolls. I don't think I'm going to be able to teach my cat to attack trolls through the internet. I'm not sure that's possible. I'm very skeptical about that. But thank you. Okay.
Jasper wouldn't do that to us. Jasper knows we're the good guys.
So, yeah, what do you guys think? What should we do on Black Friday? First off, here's an interesting question. Should Black Friday be a marathon-style stream? Or should Black Friday just be 2 regular stream sessions? I don't know. What do you think? I feel like either one could work, but if we're going to do a marathon, there should be a reason for it to be a marathon. Like there's something we're going to be doing that we want it to be a marathon style. You know? I don't know. What do you guys think? That's up to you. Kevin, how are you? Good morning.
What is up, everyone? Hello, and welcome.
Who fucking
I didn't update the
cares?
schedule? Oh, crap. I guess I didn't update the schedule yesterday. Let me do that quickly. Sorry about that, everybody. The schedules are outdated by day.
Boring. You're boring everybody. Quit boring everyone.
Make the bad man stop.
Yes, get over it!
My biggest fans are idiots.
Okay. There we go. And there we go. Forgot to do that last night. Oh, it didn't save. Great. Try it again. Lock me out.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
And commands. Schedule. There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, let's talk Black Friday. What ideas do you have? Tag me in the chats now. What ideas do you have for Black Friday? Do you want to see me do Call of Duty? Do you want to see me do other kinds of gameplay that day? Do you want to see me do some shopping? Do you want to see me react to certain content?
Nope.
If so, what content?
Nope.
What do you want to see me do
Nope.
on Black Friday? All right, let's figure this out now. Let's actually get some good ideas and hopefully lock it in
Nope.
and figure it out.
Nope.
No, very
Who
epic fan. I have no idea what that
cares?
is. DSP buys it.
He's so boring. He's
An
so
IRL
boring.
shopping stream at the mall. I don't think that is going to happen. Six Hybrid says people can contribute with super chats to suggest items, and then you find the deals. Like what though? Like, huh? No, not like Black Myth Wukong. What a fart of a game that was. Seriously, everyone's so overhyped Black Myth Wukong. And admittedly, when you first start playing the game, the first 1 to 2 worlds are kind of interesting. Once you get to like the 3rd world, it gets boring. The 4th world is like, what am I playing this for? And then I just said, fuck this game and quit it. Remember? It just wasn't a very good game. But it's hilarious because everyone overhyped it like crazy. Does anyone think about Black Myth Wukong anymore? No one even talks about it because if it never existed. So it's kind of a weird anomaly of a game. Shopping and reacting. Well, what kind of reacting? What do you want to see me react to? Do you have any ideas of something I should watch and react to?
Who fucking cares? The Street Fighter Alpha movie? I think I might have rented it in the 90s and saw it like once. Cabal, I don't know about that. Cabal says, I don't think anyone will talk about Claire Obscure after the Game Awards are gone. I don't know about that. Like, Claire Obscure, for people who like turn-based RPGs, okay? Claire Obscure is arguably the best one in like 10 years. It added actual new interesting elements. It had amazing graphics. It had a completely unique story that wasn't cliche. It just is kind of best in class for that style of game. I would argue Claire Obscure was better than both of the last Like a Dragons. Claire Obscure is better than anything Final Fantasy has pumped out in the last decade, by far. Like, it just is the best. But The thing is, people just don't tend to talk about turn-based RPGs too often in the main scheme of things. Yes, they have a place. Yes, they have a fan base, but
boom.
You know.
Remember bomb? My biggest fans are idiots.
Oh, thank you very much, Sonny, for gifting 20 members. I need to mute this because it's going to fucking spam notifications, I think, because it did that app. And yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. Damn. As I said, Stream Elements is sometimes broken because sometimes it'll recognise your YouTube name and sometimes it'll just recognise the @ symbol in your name, which means it'll just not do notification properly. But thank you, Sonny, for gifting 20 members, which is 4 more free spaces, which is very good stuff indeed. I think it means we're free away from a full house. And of course, 20 memberships have been gifted as well. And those memberships have, let's see, oh, didn't mean to click on that. It's 2 seconds. Hold on, 2 seconds. Okay. I'm trying to click the wee thing just so I can see the wee pull down arrow so I can see the names out. There you go. So thank you to Sonny for gifting 20 members, and congratulations to the following people for getting a membership. Congratulations to Berko777, Movie Sign, Just Another Anderson, No Clue, YGO Ghost, CP Spoons, and of course Spoons, we have a, yeah. There you go. Parallelogram Yusuf, Mr. Radiator Floor himself, Larry, Rala, Princey, Jesse Neo, Dr. Shrimp, Puerto Rico, Lazy Crabs, otherwise known as Hellgas21, ND Irish, That Indian Boy Peen, Ian Sorare, Red Tag Mugiwara, Zoso, Bank Leaks, and finally, the Misery Merchant. So there we go. If you got a membership there, make sure that you thank Sonny for getting a membership there, and of course, thank you, Sonny, for gifting those memberships and getting us some more free spaces as well. Help us on our way to a full house bingo card, hopefully. If I do get a full house, of course, we'll celebrate by playing marbles after the bingo is all said and done, and the winner of that marble race can determine the bingo number to generate tomorrow's bingo card when we're doing bingo. Good stuff indeed.
Parrying doesn't belong in a turn-based game? I don't know if I agree with that. It adds an action element. I mean, that kind of stuff started way back with Super Mario RPG, and that game felt completely unique in the 90s because it had an action-based element tied in with the turn-based combat. Sounds like you just don't really like the parrying, which is fine. You don't have to. But the parrying basically allowed the game to have a level of complexity that other turn-based games don't have.
Do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology. You have no respect for people that are.
I don't know how figuring out what we're doing on Black Friday turned into a question. Do you ever drop a big fart or do you let it out of your window? I don't know how to respond to that. Like, do you think that if I have gas that I actually run to my window, open the window, drop trowel, aim my butt cheeks for the open window, and release out the window? You actually think that happens? Anyway. It's a fair question. You think it is, huh? All right. So I fart inside the room and smell it afterwards. Yes, what I do is whenever I have the fart, I have a designated room in my house. I call it the fart closet. I open the closet, I put my butt in, I rip it, I close the door, and I immediately seal the edges of the door so no air can escape. All right? Everyone has this. Don't you have a fart closet? I thought everyone did it. Yes. What are we talking about? Why? All I wanted to do today, I wanted to figure out what we're doing on Black Friday. I thought this would be a good conversation for the podcast.
Instead, you hyper-focused on somebody's random fart question, and you homed in it. Because you're fucking, let's be honest, Phil, you fucking love this sort of fucking humour. You live for this sort of humour. You fucking pretend you're above such humour, but you cannot go a week without bringing up some sort of scat fucking talk. The fact that it's an option on our bingo card sometimes shows you how often you fucking like to fucking just bring up some sort of scat talk. And yes, in this situation you might blame your audience for bringing it up, but it wasn't even a super chat or anything. You just saw it random in the chat and your eyes just hyper fixated in it and fucking homed in it because it's a sort of fucking question you just fucking gravitate towards to.
We're talking about farting out of windows and in the closet. So I feel like perhaps we've been derailed slightly and maybe we should try to get back on track. Okay?
Make the bad man stop.
There you go. That is true. Halixification says, logically speaking, more people would be gassy on Black Friday due to the overeating they did on Thanksgiving Thursday. That might...
Oh, for God's sake. Make it stop. He has chosen actually to prolong this fucking topic.
Might be true. You know, especially if, you know, you went crazy with the dairy and stuff like that. I don't even know if we're going to have any dairy. We might not, because we're going to have turkey. We're going to have cranberry sauce and stuffing. We're going to have some kind of like mashed potatoes, but no cheese in there. We're going to have some buns, so probably like a casserole. Maybe there'll be a little bit of cheese in whatever casserole we have. Because we might have like a green bean casserole. So there you go. More plumbers are called on Black Friday than other days of the year. Is that true too? Wow. Here comes Jasper. That light was Jasper jumping out of my curtains.
Oh, trying to avoid natural daylight like he's a fucking vampire or something. What should I get? Like the natural light starts to shine in Phil, and he's like, ah, it burns.
That true too? Wow.
I'm melting. I'm melting. Don't look into the light.
Here comes Jasper. That light was Jasper jumping out of my curtains. Yeah, we're not gonna have mac and cheese. We try to stay away from heavy dairy stuff in this house.
I have a topic of conversation that I'm surprised Phil didn't jump all over, okay? I read that genuine Italian pasta, at least, you know, for I think there's like some well-known prominent brand, Italian brand of pasta maker. And because of the tariff situation, they can no longer, you know, ship their product to America because it's not financially viable. I thought Phil, as an Italian-style human being, would have been all over that topic, because doesn't that mean that his Italian-style gourmet, you know, feasts, you know, are impacted because he might not be able to get his hands on Italian pasta and may have to settle instead for Italian-style pasta, which is not actually made in Italy? I don't know. And also, yeah, mac and cheese is dynamite, and, you know, that sounds incredible. That sounds insane. That sort of fucking thing. Never had mac and cheese and chicken before, but goddamn, now I'm hungry again.
Okay. I don't know. All right, well, it seems like we're not going to come to a consensus of what to do on Black Friday today. Some people do want Black Ops content. Some people want to see me like shop on Amazon and see what kind of deals I can find. Maybe I'll find nothing, or maybe at the least I'll just get a controller. But maybe I'll actually find some good deals and shop for them. I don't know. Some people seem to want me to react to stuff, but no one's talking about what to react to. So I don't know.
Who fucking cares?
You want to see me fart? That's disgusting. You're a freak. What about a new camera with a big sensor and lens? Now, what do you mean by that? Do you mean a new camera like this camera? Because, I mean, I'm sure there would be good cameras. The problem then is I would have to do research. Like, what kind of a camera do I want?
The problem then is I would have to do research. There it is. That just sums up Phil's fucking general attitude when it comes to fucking doing his fucking job. Phil would have to do research into his career, into his livelihood, into his business. That's not fair. Why should Phil Burnell have to fucking take time to fucking looking into how to fucking best improve his own business? That's not right.
To get that is compatible, you know, with my PC, that wouldn't completely destroy its memory use. You know what I mean? I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of good cameras with big lenses that would be higher quality. My problem right now with this camera, I like that it's HD. Obviously,
and by the way, 2 to go. We're 2 away from a full house because Phil just, you know, we got one more square there ticked.
Go up to 4K if I want, but I do 1080p for the 60 frames. But as you can see, there's a lot of noise. For example, take a look at my YouTube plaque right now. Do you see the noise?
Who
you can see, right? See the little
cares?
specs that show up on it? This camera just has a lot of noise, and I've tried adjusting the ISO and things. It doesn't do anything. So it's just the kind of camera. If I were to get a camera with a bigger lens that takes in more light, you're going to have less noise.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream.
Yeah, Sony models.
Of support yesterday. It's you guys.
Yes, no.
There is a new camera I've seen advertised before, recently. And it's a sort of camera that Phil kind of likes as well. So I was watching it earlier on. Sonny's probably going to know what I'm talking about because it was on the channel he likes, Sonny. Nutty, the guy's called Nutty. He does, like, you know, reviews of, like, you know, like OBS stuff or whatever, you know. And he made a video a few days ago about something called OBS. I thought it was OBS bot, but it's OBS bots apparently, you know. So,
did end up.
so let me show you this shit here. Hold on. This fucker here, this guy here, is called Nutty, and he, this is him showing off his free he's got tons of cameras in here, but he's got three of them. Three of them are called Obspot here. Streaming setup, and it follows you around.
I get a lot of questions from you guys, and the number one question that I get asked constantly is, are you a man or are you a woman? The second question I get asked is, how do I have so many cameras connected to my streaming setup? We're gonna do that video another time because I have a flight in 12 hours, but I do want to tell you about 3 of the cameras. I got a camera over here, and another camera over here. And as you can see, these are all body tracking cameras.
Probably kind of wasted on Phil because he just fucking sits in his arse and is not really moving most of the time, I know. But Phil still like he's done it before. Remember the whole thing before? This camera follows me around the room. And I fucking love the whole idea of motion tracking on the fucking camera or whatever. So yeah, this thing here is, and it's called Obsbot. I mean, I generally thought it was OBS bot for a second just because of the spelling, but apparently it's just Obsbot. But there you fucking go. There's a camera Phil could fucking go for, and it's good quality, as you can see. You know what I mean? It follows you around. It seems to quite good at following you around. And yeah, I mean, if it's going to follow Phil around, sitting in his chair, swaying back and forth, it might make the viewers seasick. So yeah, who knows? Anyway, let's get back to bingo, shall we?
Noise exists in visual cameras. I'm not talking about audio noise. I'm talking about visual noise. Visual noise exists, but maybe you don't know about it. But that's why when you look right at this frame, you see, wow, all the specks that keep appearing on it. It's noise. And it shouldn't, if the camera had a bigger lens that it could take in more light, it would actually have less noise. It would look more crisp and you wouldn't see that in the shot.
So, because you can afford it, get a better camera. Do your due diligence, do your research. You said you're successful now, you said you have the money to spend on improving things, so fucking do it. Look into it yourself and fucking do it.
When am I bringing out Christmas decor? Sometime after Thanksgiving, likely that first week after Thanksgiving. So, you have Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and I'll probably be here, well, I'll probably have that Saturday off, so probably that Sunday afterward. So that'll be what? The 30th, probably November 30th is when I'll have the Christmas stuff, Christmas animations, all kinds of stuff going on. Okay, well, if you guys want to talk, tag me in either chat. If you like the content, please support it. So far today, we got $27 to support on the show. It would be great to get some more, maybe get to $50 before the show ends. So that way, we got a good head start before we start playing Outer Worlds 2. But I don't know what you guys want to talk about today. Like I said, excuse me. I'm trying to brainstorm ideas for Black Friday, but it seems like we haven't really come to a consensus. So I'm not really sure what to do. Oh, I have no idea, Cabal. I don't partake or pay any attention to that stuff. He says, do people make AI videos about DSP like they do for other people? I don't know. I'm sure there's a million AI videos about everything.
Yeah, people absolutely make AI videos about DSP. We shared one at the start of the stream. In fact, it's this one right here. So,
More quick.
If you guys didn't see us at the start of the stream, please, but I mean, enjoy it now. So, here's a 15-second long AI video of what happened with the stolen tire.
Phil, to the mall quick. I ran into a curb.
Catherine, I am busy. What do you need? There probably is a detractor here watching. So let's just say your tire was stolen and lie to the police. That way we won't get made fun of.
And that is a story of Phil's stolen car tire, which I think is a fantastic representation of what probably actually happened in real life, because it's the most plausible story I've seen so far in explaining the situation. Like Phil's explanation of it all was like, oh, I mean, they stole the tire, but they left the car jack there, and like really? I mean, so there's some holes in Phil's story, to say the least, you know. Oh hell, Morgana's chanting otters. There's no otters here, sadly. There's no otters to be seen on this page. I wish there was, but there's no sign of otters whatsoever. Okay, what the fuck? Hold on. It's not DSP fault he's a beggar now, it's all your fault. This is from Gamerface Gaming, who used the Black Devil's green screen to full effect. Hold on. Before we get back to Bingo, we need to see this.
Oh, well, he was talking about how over 15 years you begged for your audience's money. Literally never, ever asked for contributions until my trolls ruined my YouTube channel and made it so I couldn't make a living on ad revenue. All the way up through that when they got me those false copyright strikes, which ruined my channel and made it so that I couldn't make a living on ads anymore, that's when I had to start asking for crowd support. Before then, I never did. And that's a fucking fact. And you can go back and you can watch documentaries that talk about it. Go watch the fucking June the King documentary that literally shows that there was a year where all my views tanked because false copyright strikes affected my channel, kicked me out of the YouTube algorithm. I couldn't make a living just on ad revenue anymore, and I had to change my model. I literally never intended to be an internet live streamer. I wanted to do on-demand videos. I had to change my model to survive because people fucked with me. So when you complain, oh, I hate that Phil asks for money, then you shouldn't have fucked with my livelihood. I never had to until people did. Now you deal with the repercussions. You don't like the current Phil that asks for contributions? You made the monster. You're Dr. Frankenstein. Now you gotta live with the monster you created, bitches. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad, because you don't have a time machine to go back in time and change what you already did. Tough shit.
Jesus Christ, man. And that's from today's show. That's from today's podcast. Oh, people are quite getting these things made, honestly, fuck. Jesus, man.
Every single person on the internet. I pay no attention to any of it. Why do I stay away from dairy? Because, number one, I'm trying to be healthier, and dairy has a lot of fat. That's number one. Number two, because I have some issues with lactose intolerance. I'm not actually lactose intolerant, but if I eat a good amount of dairy, I can get gassy and bloated, and it's annoying. So I try to stay away.
I think that happens to everyone if they have an overconsumption of dairy products. It's one of the side effects of overconsuming dairy.
From it. Okay. Excuse me. No, see, rather than that, because here's the thing, people are saying, what about charity stuff? Well, if you remember, last year I did a donation to charity, and I'm planning on doing that again this year. I'm probably just going to donate to like a food bank or something around...
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Thanksgiving. But I like to do that for myself, meaning I don't do it as part of my content, because sadly, if you involve charity with your public persona, charity with the content that you put out, okay? There's a fine line there between what's charity and what's kind of like philanthropy for personal gain. So let me give you an example, okay?
Well, let's just fucking cut to the chase here. You're too much of a greedy bastard to fucking do charity stuff on the internet because you want to fucking keep that money for yourself, for the most part. Let's be real here. You certainly make enough to give to charity on a regular fucking basis. You know what I mean? You make far more money than me, and yet I give more money away than you do. Although also I'm not so about me doing charity. I do charity sometimes, you know what I mean? But when I say give money away, I mean give money back to you guys on a monthly basis for the bingo. The bingo stuff, you know what I mean? But Phil, you... I'll just be honest here, when people give you money, that is your money. That's a direct quote from you. You literally said, when you give me your money, that is my money. So I cannot see you being comfortable in giving up money towards a charity if you've done a charity stream. Because once that money is given towards you, and especially if that money is a lot more than usual because people think it's going to charity, I don't see you being happy and comfortable just letting go of that for a good cause which is not for you.
Someone, behind the scenes, without anyone knowing, does a contribution to a charity that they stand behind. Someone donates their time to go work at a soup kitchen or a homeless shelter or whatever, right? That's charity, okay? Someone who does a series of videos on YouTube saying, hey, I'm going to go give money to homeless people, but I'm going to film it and put the video out on YouTube so I get 1 million views and I make money. That's not charity. It's not. You may argue it's philanthropy, but it's not charity. That's the difference. And if I'm going to do charity work, I'm actually going to do real charity, meaning I'll give, because I want to give, not because I'm going to make a show of it. I'm going to publicly do it, and I'm going to say, hey, I want to gain and look like a good guy and have people send me support because I was nice to someone else. I don't want that. Okay, I just don't. That's not. I was raised in a certain way. I was raised Roman Catholic. To me, charity is you do it for the sake of doing something good because you want to help someone else, and there should be an element.
I never knew it was part of the Roman Catholic doctrine to fucking beg profusely for money off everyone else around you on a daily basis. I must have missed that fucking part in the Bible.
Of self-sacrifice, meaning you're giving something that could have been for you or your family, but you're giving it to someone in need. You're sacrificing. That's charity. As opposed to, oh, the only reason I'm even doing this thing is because I'm making money while I do it, so it pays for itself. Well, then it's not charity at all. It's not. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that kind of content, okay? But likely I'm going to do some kind of charitable thing, just like I did last year, with a food bank or something like that. You remember last year when I was doing DS Politics, on that episode, I basically said it was weird because our local food banks out here...
Don't you fucking dare bring up the food bank shit again. That triggered me so fucking bad last time.
Here were scolding and criticizing people for donating food. They were saying things like, too many people donate this kind of food, and, you know, they're not sensitive to the ethnic groups that need the food at the food bank. You should be donating ethnic foods. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? People who are...
Some people cannot eat meat, for example, because of their fucking religion, you know? Like, the meat has to fucking be halal or something, you know what I mean? If I fucking... Like, as I said, it's a multicultural fucking world, you know what I mean? So it's a case of, like, it's not just like the... It's not just the fucking, like, the Roman Catholic whiteys, whatever, that fucking need food banks, you know? Anyone can fucking need a food bank of any fucking religion or denomination. And so in turn, obviously because of that, they may have some sort of dietary requirements based on the religion or based on their fucking health, whatever. But obviously Phil is spinning this as to saying, oh, beggars can't be choosers. Phil, of all people, saying that.
Needy just need food in general. You think they're going to complain and say, oh, you didn't give me rice because you gave them a can of yams instead? If they're hungry, they're going to eat the fucking yams. They're not picky. But these people out here are so ridiculous. They're so fucking insanely liberal. Now if you donate, be sure that you're giving ethnic foods to the food bank. And it pissed me off so bad that I said, instead of donating the food, because these people are so fucked up now that they're going to be like this, just donate money to the food bank in general and allow the food bank to get the food that's needed. That way people will get what they want or need, and no one will criticize you for donating a certain kind of food. So likely, again, that's probably what I will do this year. I'll just go ahead and donate to a food bank, you know, financially, and that way you don't have to hear, oh, you donated the wrong thing. Can you imagine that? Oh, I donated to turkey. Yeah, but we don't eat turkey. We eat duck. Why would you donate a turkey, you racist? Wait, what did you just fucking say? These people out here are insane. They really are.
I just... Fuck me, man. Honestly, fuck. It's just... Phil Burnell, I don't think understands... I would be astonished if Phil Burnell's ever set foot inside a food bank before. As I said, I'm going over fucking old territory here. Years and years, I've told this story before, okay, you know, but years and years ago, when I was on benefits, okay? It was like around about this time of year, I was on benefits. It was close to Christmas time, close to my fucking birthday, not sure. I mean, I was out of work, so I was on benefits, trying to find a job. And for whatever reason, my benefits were frozen. I always thought it was unfairly frozen. Like, they claimed I never attended. You know, every week, you go to attend the job centre, show your little, you know, job diary, show the things you fucking applied for, whatever. I know I didn't miss attending that week, but for some reason I wasn't down as attending, so they had me as absent, and it was horrible for me because all of a sudden the little money I had coming in just to survive on was gone altogether. That money wasn't just for me; that was for my mother as well. Like, I gave her a part of my benefit money just to go towards fucking things like shopping and all that shit, you know what I mean, and food stuff, and, you know, and just paying the bills, whatever. So, and all of a sudden we had absolutely fucking nothing as we're getting towards like the busiest time of year for like birthdays and Christmas and all that shit, you know. So we had to go to a food bank, you know what I mean. And I still fucking remember it. It was like one of my like, local like a wee chapel. They had a food bank thing or whatever, you know what I mean. And it's one of those fucking things where it's like, it really does like. It's a situation. Obviously, it was only one time we had to fucking do it, you know, and it was something like the guilt I felt being there, just because I know I shouldn't have to need this, you know. It's like I'm potentially taking food away from other people if I take this food, you know what I mean? Like, Phil doesn't understand this. He can't contemplate this because he's had a life where he's never had to fucking suffer such sort of things, you know what I mean? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like some rich bastard who fucking sits in a fucking golden toilet trying to fucking pretend that, you know, inflation's not a real thing or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's trying to fucking, you know, convince you all food prices have gone down when they're not really. It's like, how would they fucking know? You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm saying, but Phil though has had a sheltered fucking life for the majority of his fucking life. He's never had to experience such sort of hardships. And he's fucking going to pretend to be some sort of expert or authority on like food banks. Get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? Phil has no idea what it's like. They struggle with that sort of shit sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that it's just I don't know. But for me, it's like, like, in this day and age, in countries like the UK and the USA, like these are meant to be, these are countries which are meant to be respected and envied globally for being such, we're so well off, we're such fucking advanced countries. These countries should not be requiring food banks to feed their fucking people. It is a fucking, it feels like a crime in this day and age for how apparently successful these countries are with the fucking history of these countries, especially UK in general. Also, UK is a lot older than America, you know what I mean? But in terms of the money that these countries apparently have, and the clout these countries have, whatever, and apparently the popularity and the success, whatever, it's criminal almost that people require food banks. And it is what it is sometimes, you know what I mean? Just the way circumstances go sometimes, as situations in life, whatever, sometimes people might lose their home or their job or whatever, or just, and so food banks are a necessity just to get by. And as I was saying, because it's obviously, for me, as I said, Phil has seen Phil run his mouth, but it is just infuriates me because he has no idea, and will likely never have any idea what it's like to actually have to go through there, to step foot in a food bank and feel that sort of shame when you look at the people around you also in the food bank who clearly need it more than you do, and you're like, you just kind of, I don't know, like, it's just unbelievable to me. But yeah, it's a very triggering topic for me, just because obviously it reminds me of one of the roughest times I had in my life growing up, you know what I mean, like like I said, I was like, you know, late teens or whatever, I can't remember exactly what year it was, I was late teens or early 20s or whatever, you know what I mean, unemployed, I was in between work, whatever, I was on benefits, and all of a sudden the benefits just end, and all of a sudden you just need that to get by.
So yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing a charity stream. I'm not going to be having people. And the other thing is, you know, with my detractor
member bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Thank you, Sonny, for getting 10 more members, which I think means we've got a full house because we need. I think we're 2 away from a full house. Oh, it's going to. Yeah, it's going to do that. It's still going to repeat that 10 times. But thank you, Sonny, for getting 10 members. It's very kind of you indeed. And congratulations to the following people for getting membership. Congratulations to Guybrush Fleetwood, VU, Evil Eddie R, DMG75, Disco23, Mimathica, Inky B, Anita Handjab, Kakashi105, and finally PW Dubs. So if you got a membership, then make sure you thank Sonny for gifting membership, and of course thank you, Sonny, for gifting those members and giving us free spaces. And I believe those 2 free spaces will hopefully result in a full house. Let's just count them off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go.
Full house. Oh boy, how exciting! Anyway,
excellent stuff indeed. So thank you very much for that. Morgana's saying they're begging for money, so he doesn't want to eat lunch meat sandwiches, and he sits here and does his crap. I hate this. Yeah, it's infuriating. It honestly is super infuriating to listen to this shit. You know what I mean? The thing is as well, like I've just recently moved, as I said. My fridge and freezer and, you know, food cupboard is not very heavily packed. You know, like, I don't get me wrong, I'm going to be okay until payday, but my options are quite light, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to kind of, make smart choices to what I eat and when I eat it. Like, for example, like my bread expires tomorrow, so I'm going to try and use as much of that as possible. I'll have toast in the morning, a sandwich as well, whatever, you know what I mean, and I got rolls as well. So I'm going to choose to eat that like tomorrow, for example, because I know it expires and some. But yeah, but Phil is so. We've seen his fridge freezer. We've seen how crammed full of crap it is. You know what I mean? It's fucking snack pizzas and all that crap. You know, it's just ridiculous. You know. Oh hell. But Sonny's saying DSP was depressing. Well, no. Well, Phil depresses me anyway regardless, you know what I mean? But yeah, him bringing up these fucking old topics, which are like sore subjects for me, you know what I mean? It's a sore subject matter for sure. But yeah, anyway. Okay, well, let's listen to what Phil's going to say here. We'll hear a bit more of his rant here, okay? And then we'll just fucking... we'll have some marbles to wind down.
So yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing a charity stream. I'm not going to be having people. And the other thing is, you know, with my detractors and trolls, if I ever were to do a charity stream, they would all say that I kept the money. They would say that I scammed people out of the money. I'm not going to have that shit. I'm just not. It's not worth it.
Imagine not doing something because you're hypothesizing how other people will react to it. So there is no... The detractors have never... Well, we've never had a chance to say Phil's done this because he's never done it before. But he's automatically assuming there's going to be a situation, therefore he won't do it. If only such psychology worked on getting Phil a job, eh? If only we could use that sort of mentality to Phil. To force him into getting an actual fucking job. Jesus, man. Phil has been an insufferable bore today. I don't know why he was desperate. He had a podcast today with nothing to talk about apart from just fucking pretending he didn't care about Asmongold.
No, it's just not. I'd much rather just do it for myself behind the scenes and not have this public involvement of bullshit and these trolly, dickbags. I don't want them involved in any way, shape, or form. So we're not gonna fuck like that. We're not gonna fuck around.
You could argue that Phil has a platform, right? Phil's stream, okay, Phil's channel has over 200,000 subscribers. You could argue that him talking about charity and contributing to a charity as a part of a stream would also give good attention and positive attention and potentially more revenue for that charity by getting his community involved as well. But Phil, though, thinks it goes against the Roman Catholic faith to fucking do it as part of your content. Makes sense of that. So apparently the Roman Catholic faith were envisage a situation where there'd be content creators on the internet in future. And so they knew, I guess they fucking worked in a loophole, when they fucking came up with a shit, like fucking millennia ago. Like, oh yeah, we can't have that, yeah, we need to fucking make sure that if people go to the charity, it must be private and not public whatsoever. Public charity is bad.
Round. Okay. What's up, Filipino? How you doing?
So Phil's going to keep going for another like 25 minutes or so, but we might just peace out now, especially if nothing interesting happens between now and then. I don't think anything of note happens between now and then. It's just there, that chat.
No, people would mess with it. People would contact the charity and say, the person who's running the stream is a racist piece of shit. Here's a clip from 2010. Oh, here's a clip of something he said on a stream from old school YouTube. Oh my God, how could you?
I mean, Phil, we could do, you told us the food bank you went and donated to. Did the detractors contact that food bank and tell that food bank that the person that gave the money, Phil Burnell, was such a horrible individual and they shouldn't accept your money? Like, honestly, fuck, I'm curious. I mean, honestly, fuck, Phil publicly told everyone that he gave money to this food bank in his area last year. And as far as I'm aware, they had no negative backlash from receiving money from Phil Burnell.
Out of here. Yeah, 2010 was definitely different, that's for sure. 2010, YouTube was a lot different from 2025 content creation, that is for sure.
Segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's Day Off. What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Oh, did I like the Sonic and the Mario movie more? Honestly,
don't care. Don't fucking care. Okay, I'm done with the bad man. I'm fucking done with him. I'm going to live DSP. Fuck it.
I gotta do all this over again? Oh, this sucks.
That just sums up this entire fucking stream. The laziness. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to put effort into something again. Heaven fucking forbid. So yeah, he is on $52 as a spot right now, but fuck that. I'm done with the fucking bad man. Just free as all. Oh, look, they're feeding the otters. It is time for the otters to get fed. They're doing tricks. They're doing spins. Give that otter all the food right now, you evil human. There you go. Good stuff indeed. Excellent stuff, but there we go. Fucking otters. Hooray for fucking otters. Saving us from Phil's nasty ass toxicity. But yeah, guys, I am going to boot up the marble stuff right now. Take about a wee second here. I will load up marbles and then we'll see if I can pick a random course. And we'll see if we can get somebody to win to pick tomorrow's bingo card. But yeah, we need otters and we need marbles to unwind from the bad man today. He was just... oh hell. Funny saying, I heard you can get an otter as a pet in UK. I mean, I don't think it's just the UK. I think you can get them in several places as pets, but I've heard of, I have heard of very high maintenance, so, you know what I mean? Like, apparently, like, they smell. They have like a weird smell to them, you know? I'm not entirely sure. I've heard all sorts of different things about it, you know what I mean? But apparently they're quite high maintenance to kind of look after. They're so goddamn cute though. But yeah. Anyway, let's pick random. There's a random map. Here we go. This one is called Astonishing Universal Adventure. Made by Joddy Loddy 90. Has a 41% elimination rate. It's 3 minutes long on average. So yeah, we'll play this one here and yeah. Whoever wins this marble map will get a chance to pick tomorrow's bingo number card. So let's have a quick look at the map. Most maps, most marble maps, start with a sort of thing here where you go down the side and then you kind of go up the top or whatever. So yeah, it's like a strange thing. Yeah, that's a wee elevator, and that's so go down the side, up the elevator, and then down the middle. I don't know why all marble maps kind of start with that kind of theme. It's a strange kind of common, you know, thing they all have. But yeah, it looks like a very straightforward map, surrounded by planets and, you know, moons and Uranus and all that shit, and there was this fucking big blue. Oh, it's solid. You can actually stand in it. I'm on top of the world. Hooray. But yeah, here we go. Let's just start the map, and we'll see which marble comes out on top here as we stand on top of this fucking big blue ball. Sunny's marbles in front there for a second there, but not for long. Damn it, looks like they're ahead. I say BR Joe, Elaine Walls. Here's going to be the first marble to come out here. Elaine Walls is trying to get through here, and it looks like they have got through. Elaine Walls is the first one through, so we're going to follow Elaine Walls as they navigate the spiral, snaking little column here. Plenty more marbles are still trying to get down. Some marbles are stuck in there, it seems. Tacos, oh, it looks like they're in last place. Unfortunate for them. So, yeah. And Sonny, yes, you were winning for the first 5 seconds at most, and then you weren't. But for those 5 seconds, you were ahead of everyone else. But right now we're following Elaine Walls, who is still in the lead as they make their way through these tunnels. Oh, they avoid the explosive barrel. That could be huge. And no, they couldn't avoid it. No, apologies. But Cody Taint has overtaken and is in the lead. But Elaine Walls could get back ahead here because they wouldn't drop down quickly. BR Joe is also there, but Elaine Walls is still in the lead. Elaine Walls has the advantage and has had the advantage for the longest time on this map of all. No one is close. No one is even close to Elaine Walls. Can they maintain this lead? The finish line is over there in the distance, as you can see. Will they survive? Will they survive this drop? They do indeed. Good stuff indeed. And Broside Phil, I can see you in the stream. Yes, we did win bingo, and your 2 free spaces helped. Your 2 free spaces for getting 10 members were certainly a contributing factor to us winning bingo. So thank you very much, Broside Phil, for it. Very, very kind of you indeed. And yeah, our free spaces that Dashy told us about certainly came in clutch. So there we go. So Nye Clerics is saying, never seen this game, already jealous that I probably can't play. If you want your own name added to the list of marbles, all you have to do is leave a note, a comment on the community post. Mafta Egypt sniped it. Mafta Egypt sniped the win from Elaine Walls. Elaine Walls is winning for about 75% of this map. And right at the very end, Mafta Egypt just snuck in there and claimed victory. So there we go. Mafta Egypt was a marble that finished first at the end of the day there. Elaine Walls was second, Crime Bear third, Chris Sizemore fourth, Aiton 5th, and Sonny was 6th. Nidhogg 7th, David Roy 8th, Naltoro in 9th, and Brad Burney in 10th. But there you go. So yeah, I'll try and get in touch with Mafta Egypt. If they're not here right now, I'll try and get in touch with them and try and find out what number they want for tomorrow's bingo card. And these are the people that are still behind. These are the ones that are bringing up the rear, but they're going to get fried. And that's it. So there we go. Good stuff indeed. But yeah, as I said though, if you want your own name added to the list of marbles that you see on screen, if you type in the chat !marbles, you will see a link to a community post where you add your own comment. Alternatively, if you check the description of his live stream, there is also a link to that community post in the description, so there you go. Good stuff indeed. But yeah, there we go, we had marbles, so quite a few marbles perished, you know, quite a few deaths in there. You know, so if your marble died, then fucking lol, haha. Yes, well, your marble won, yes, but your reward is not really much a reward because it means you pick a number for tomorrow's bingo card. You know, that's you defy the odds. You beat 180 of your marbles, and your reward in this situation is just to pick a random number to generate tomorrow's bingo card. Yeah, so you won, but it probably doesn't feel like much of a prize. Just I know, but we're just we're sorry about that. Oh yeah, well, there we go. Good stuff indeed. I cannot believe that you sniped Elaine Walls. Elaine Walls was winning for the majority of that map, and then right at the death, you just sneak in there. But look how close it was. Is that 2/100ths of a second? Jesus, man. How close was that? And Crime Burn all right there as well, almost getting in there. Jesus. Oh, so close. So close. But it is what it is, nothing you can do, but there we go. But yeah, Math Depth, I mean, if you can let me know, if you want to tell us now, you can. If you want to wait until tomorrow to tell us a number, you can. It's up to you when you let me know. But yeah, you get to pick tomorrow's bingo card number to generate the bingo card and all that jazz, so good stuff indeed. But excellent stuff indeed. We end on a good little positive note of, you know, playing some marbles. After what Phil put us through today, then yeah, it's good to just fucking, you know, end with a little bit of, you know, distraction from otters and marbles and all that jazz. Beryl Gaming saying, I wonder if you can yell freedom for us like William Wallace. I mean, if you want to sound like an Australian, I can try my best. You know, Mel Gibson wasn't Scottish, remember? Although I can see why he played a Scotsman being an alcoholic racist, you know, but there you go. Sons of Scotland! How's the speech go, you know? As they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom! Oh, actually, there we go. I don't want to yell too fucking much, I mean, in case I fucking upset my neighbours, but I fucking go. And true, Mel Gibson was born in LA, yes, it's a point, but I think he perceives himself as Australian, doesn't he? Because he, you know, grew up there. But there you go. Good stuff indeed. But anyway, fuck it. I am going to wrap things up there. Thank you very much for joining me for some bingo antics on today's show. Tomorrow's bingo will be a smaller, shorter card. It'll be a 3x3 card. Because Phil's not doing a podcast tomorrow. He's not planned to do a podcast. Remember, because he's not doing a podcast, it'll be a shorter show from him, which probably means a shorter bingo, but it's a 3x3 card, so it'll probably fill quicker as well and all that jazz, so okay, there you go. But yeah, I have been contemplating whether for these shorter bingo streams, so you know, the ones where there's no podcast playing, I have been thinking about doing a 4x4 card, because sometimes 3x3 feels too easy. So but I don't know. We'll stick to 3x3 for now, because I'll say it could be a very short show. Because sometimes Phil, it's hard. Sometimes Phil only does it for like 30 minutes, and sometimes he'll do it for over an hour. It's kind of weird, you know. I don't know. Ross says the harder the better. In that case, I could do 5x5 the whole time. Just say fuck it, you know. I don't know. Nah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you what. I'll ask a question tomorrow, and we shall see what we want to do, and we'll let you guys decide tomorrow what sort of card we should do for this shorter show tomorrow, since there's no actual official podcast. But I'm going to end things there, and I'm going to end how I always end things, by putting notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animation. So guys, until tomorrow, I certainly hope you all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.